Let it ride.
Right, let's just see if this works. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are live now.
Hey, do I introduce my name? No,
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, I guess we gotta do that. We'll see if how many people are in. Have we got some viewers already? Oh, we got 2 people. We'll wait when it gets a little bit more, like 5 or 10.
all right, bet. I'm trying to find the pictures. I had them saved. I don't know where they went.
I've got a. I know there's a TFW form. I can send you a link really quick, but I have got them on the stream now. I'm gonna go through all the pictures one by one. I won't show the video of the person reviewing it because, copyright and all.
Mm.
All right, we've got some. Oh, okay, we've got some viewers now. Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Comodin Cam, and I am joined by the very talented artist Kairito10.
Hello.
And yeah, we just want to talk about this figure. We want to play some for the Cybertron. If you guys are watching the stream, you feel free to join us when we're done talking about Snatch. That's his name. Uh, I know they've got to do this for third-party reasons, but the fact that he's
It's
like,
just Swindle.
yeah, and for some reason it's Snatch Space Monkey. I don't know what. I
How
don't
do
know.
they come up with these names, dude?
I don't know if that's the official name or someone's just added that on for the jokes, for the shits. But I've been wanting to talk about this. I did a little short the other day ago when we only had a few images, but now we've got loads, and there's a few videos going up as well. So this is one of him next to the concept art, and it just looks beautiful. Honestly, it looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, I've been obsessed by talking about these for ages, just because I love the Gamer Edition so much. And I want it to thrive. And it seems like Hasbro isn't doing much for us at the minute. We'll just have to wait for the anniversary for the Cybertron. I think that's next year, where, fingers crossed, Hasbro gives us some Fall of Cybertron stuff. I think they might be done with WFC stuff, but I hope not. But let's just rely on third party to help us out. And
Nah, for real, third party has been like they've been carrying like Transformers collecting for many, including me in many aspects. Uh, because first of all, they're doing a lot of what people actually want.
yeah,
Instead, yes, mostly focusing on G1 and stuff like that. And by the way, I just want to say I love G1. Okay, I love G1. I just like have a problem with its like its constant like relevancy like in the space right now. And it's prioritization. I'm going on a whole other tangent. I like Swindle. He looks good. I really this is the version of the character I've wanted a physical toy of for like so long to the point like I didn't even it's hard to put this in words, but this was like my first like official like Swindle that I was like kind of introduced to,
mm,
because I actually like knew of Falk before I knew of animated.
yeah.
So I wanted a good toy of this guy for like so long to the point I can't even remember where I didn't want it. And to see this just to see this like black magic be produced in physical form is so surreal to me. Like look at him. Look at him. It's like he jumped right out of the game, you know?
I know, huge props to Rising Force for, because I know their first rodeo, the Stunticon set, received bad reviews. I'm not
Yeah, not great QC.
Yeah, but it feels like he has improved, and he has. It really kind of annoys me a little bit where I'll look at these forums and he is responding to people, which is really great. He doesn't have to do this, but people are like giving him a lot of criticism, and I'm like, dude is a one-man army. Like he is doing a fantastic job. I just kind of hope people just like I'm talking about the real aggressive fans, like lay off him a little bit because he has really done a great job. Yes, there might be a few details or so that might not be there, but I feel like he's covered it really well. And apparently, this is metallic paint because it works better. He does really respond to everybody on. I can't remember the website's name on top of my head. Weibo, I think it's called his Weibo account.
Mm.
And he responds, and he's been really vocal and very transparent, I think, throughout this whole thing. And I really hope that these sell like hotcakes. I hopefully not enough where I can't get one in time, but from what I recall, the pricing is supposed to be very good as well, very affordable. So that's good. I think I'll probably end up buying 2 of these because I just know for a fact I'm going to want one in robot mode and one in Bruticus mode. And honestly, I know a lot of people have been giving criticisms of the foot, but I think it's the best we're going to get for a posable Bruticus, because even though I love the Military Titans Rising Force, scratch the last part. This guy's Rising Force, the Military Titan set, the one that advanced that original Bruticus.
Mhm.
I do think it doesn't stand well. It's just a set piece. It's just something to stay still. This looks like you can actually move it, or fingers crossed that there's a lot of flexibility with this. Like this foot mode right here, I think it looks really good. It gives him an ankle pivot, and yes, it's not 1-to-1 accurate like the game, and I know a lot of people have given that criticism off, but there might be what do you call him, an upgrade kit that might help out and cover that entire section for people who want that to be covered up. But I think the foot looks okay. I think it looks really good. I watched a video on how it transforms, and I think it's really intricate, really well, clever, really clever. So I'm really hoping that the plastic quality is good, that all the joints are good, and everyone's gonna get a bad copy no matter what. But yeah, I know you can actually order him on this Transformers EU website, but he's also available on Shozy Store for pre-order. But I don't think the actual price has been given yet. I think there's still time, but he is releasing right now. Some people in China have already had him, talking about him. They've got reviews up. But whether or not he comes out in America and everywhere else in July, we'll just have to wait and see. But we're almost at the end of July already, so I'm just ready to pre-order this guy, or for him
So
to.
crazy to think about.
Yeah, I just wanted to be shipped because he's just absolutely beautiful, man. He just look at this guy, like he's got
It's
everything's
I
right.
still can't believe it's a one man show, and I get people being like critical because they don't want to buy something that just like, crumbles in their hand, but you got to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
you need to be a little slightly more understanding. This is not a full company like designing this, like the company, like obviously it's a company making it, but it's one guy designing this, and like to have him be this accurate,
mm,
like if like Hasbro, like I don't want to be too harsh on the Hasbro designers because like lately they've been more open about how many budgetary cuts they have been made to a lot of their toys, like with Point Blank that was seen like a couple weeks ago. So
yeah,
I get it
yeah.
why they have so many compromises, but I just want to say, if come on, one guy making this, he's so accurate, and like how much does he go for? Like 40, 50 something?
I think like that. I mean, so I think in British pounds, in my term, I think that would be about maybe 20 to 30 quid. I always forget what the currency difference is with the dollar and pound, but I feel like I feel like you're right there. I think it might be around $30 to $40 at best. I'm not sure. I know it's not like going to be super expensive. I think this is going to be more affordable than official Hasbro
I
products.
No, I looked it up. 30 quid is 40 US dollars. And by the way, in America right now, a Voyager class toy is $42. So this is more affordable than like, first party figures. Isn't that insane?
I
Isn't that insane? God.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
when Transformers toys used to be like £12. Like Transformers Animated Deluxe class was like £12. I don't know what that is in dollars, but I used to buy Transformers Animated. I used to buy duplicates just because it was more affordable back then. I know, you know, the
Now you
economy.
can't do that anymore.
It's just it's wild. It's honestly wild. And there are some figures I'd love to buy two of them just for the sake of in case if one of them breaks and it becomes rare and expensive over time. But like Planet
Just can't
X.
do it anymore.
Planet X have come back. They're doing that sound wave, which I'll talk about at some point in the future. But figures like the Planet X Grimlock, they're rare because they came out so many years ago, like 2015 or whatever it was. So these figures,
Crazy.
that's why they're so important to me in the moment because I'm just worried that you know the first stock might be the last stock. You never know because it's such
Mhm.
a. It baffles me how third parties work, sometimes, and how this one guy has been able to manufacture and all of this stuff is just so new to me oftentimes. But regardless, I think he's done a really great job and makes me more excited for the rest of them, honestly. And I love
Right?
Swindle. Swindle's a fantastic character, but God, I am anticipating Brawl, man. I have wanted a good Brawl toy for so long, and we got a little tease of him. I don't know if you can spot him very well, but in this picture here, you can see Brawl in the bottom, in the middle of his feet. I don't know if that's them trying to tease or whatever. Um, but I'm not quite sure the level of if these photos are from the main guy himself. But regardless, I know Brawl is massive. He's tall, and actually we've got a picture here of Swindle on oh there's us next to Prime.
Look at that back, dude. Holy crap.
So this is how he scales. So they call it chug scale, which is essentially just Studio Series scale. You know, your basic Transformers size. And I'm so glad he did this. Like he has scaled it with the gamer editions, because I would be upset if he was like a smaller or way too big. You know, just beautiful. Honestly, just beautiful. And the fact you're gonna have these all posed as well, and it's just French kiss.
God, that scale is so perfect. Like, like Hasbro, like in the year of our Lord, like 2035 is probably going to do the Combaticons, and it's gonna pale in comparison to these guys, probably.
I would be shocked if Hasbro now did. I mean, I wouldn't be, because it, it would be great for a worldwide release of an official product. But I think regardless if Hasbro do their new version of it, because let's face it, the original 2012 one was garbage. But maybe Hasbro could redeem themselves. But I don't think it'll be the middle child, you know, because you have the original toys, which were crap, and then you've got whatever Hasbro comes out with next if they do, and then you'll have the Rise and Force one, which will just be, in my opinion, superior. I just hope that Hasbro instead see this. They must know this exists. They probably have seen it, you know, because a bunch of designers are on TFW and all that stuff. And I feel like they might go, right, well, they've got the Bruticus now. How about we focus on other characters, like giving us a good Grimlock, giving us a good Snarl, Swoop,
I
Scattershot, you know.
I feel like if they do make it, it's probably going to be superior to Rising Force in terms of like in hand quality, but in terms of engineering, Rising Force is probably going to take it. Is probably going to take that, because we've seen that time and time again with many figures. Because Hasbro has amazing quality control. It's just that the when it comes to play factor, it just I don't know. It pales in comparison to like some other like toys that third party have produced. And unfortunately, with Studio Series right now, many companies. I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. With Studio Series right now, it feels like G1 is just kind of eating up a lot of space, And when was the last Gamer Edition figure we had?
I
I think
believe,
that was the Trooper.
yeah, it was, yeah, because we were supposed to have had a retool of the Gamer Edition Sideswipe to be an Autobot soldier. And I'll tell you a funny story very quick. Everyone who's familiar with my channel will know about my mate Lewis. It was Christmas, not this Christmas, the Christmas before. He basically was talking about how he doesn't want the Decepticon soldier because he'd rather have the Autobot and Decepticon soldier as a 2-pack. And I was like, Lewis, that's not going to happen. But he kept going on about it because I kept teasing him like, your set's not complete, like your your Gamer Edition sets, it's not complete without the soldier. So I surprised him for Christmas and I actually bought him the Decepticon soldier, and he has still kept it in that fucking box. He has not opened it since because he is waiting for an Autobot soldier. He said, when the Autobot soldier comes out, then I'll take it out the box and display it with
He
everyone else.
can't release him. He's trapped until he gets the other one.
I know. I was like, fuck, I should have just kept it. I should have just had 2 other soldiers. But I understand where he's coming from, because why would you release one without the other? And not only
Yeah,
that, but
like why would you show me this if I couldn't have it?
but
And
I
the worst part,
I
I allegedly, don't quote me on this, but I've heard the Autobot Trooper got canceled.
yeah.
I don't like we don't know what's gonna. I feel like Hasbro doesn't really sit on designs for too long, so we might get it like sometime in the future. But as of right now, there is like no plans to like release that toy, and that really upset me.
I
And it just kind of Gamer Edition really got shelved for a minute. It's really upsetting to see.
I know. I don't know if that's got anything to do with sales or it's got to be with sales. I understand why G1 is a success because it hits that demographic age of, because obviously a lot more adults now. It's quite common that people who buy collectible toys are adults. I don't know what the actual percent of it is, but it's a big gap. I feel like there was an official article that came out how there's a lot of adult collectors now more than ever, obviously. But I think at the same time where these kind of toys appeal to us for a reason, because it's some kids are brought up differently now. There could still be
Yeah.
children who love toys, and they can obviously that will never change. But I think the fact that we live in a new era, a time period now where kids who were born in the 60s played with a football once, and they grew up, and I say grew up, they just became someone different. There were different standards then. There was different time periods. I'm trying to think of the right words to explain it. As soon as the toy mania came into the 80s, with G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, all these Barbies, all this stuff, it stuck with that generation for a reason. I feel like if Transformers came out in 1920s, there'd be a bunch of people obsessed with it, like how we're
Of course.
still obsessed with it now. And yeah, when I heard that rumor that the Autobot Soldier was cancelled, and I was just like, please do not give up. Do not give up. I think one of the reasons why Gamer Edition had a bit of a rocky start, at least for High Moon High Moon stuff, is mostly because the quality wasn't there. They put all the budget
Oh, of
into
course.
like
Of course. I hate when people try to say, "Oh, it's just because like nobody cares about this." No, people do care about these figures, about this universe. People love these games. That's like all the Cybertron games, the duology has to be like some of the most popular Transformers media like ever, because they hit in like the 2010s,
oh
like
yeah.
the 2020s era. Uh but like nobody bought them because the toys were kind of garbage. Not all of them. Not all of them, but they all had some sort of caveat, right?
Yeah.
And like I really struggle to like believe that the whole like they sold terribly, because like I need them to be more transparent, because like Optimus and Megatron, they're shell forming hard, but I wholeheartedly believe that's just because they made too many. Because only recently have we been told like what A level means, and they've told us with TF1 Optimus and game and Devastation Bumblebee, they told us straight up like those are going to be A levels, and they're going to be making a crap ton, and they're going to be on shelves like forever. I feel like they've been doing that for a minute, and they just only recently were more transparent about it. I can wholeheartedly believe they just made too many Optimus and Megatrons. But like when you see Bumblebee, when you see Cliffjumper, those things flew off the shelves.
Hmm.
Even Starscream, I've never personally like seen Starscream in stores. I had to pre-order him, and I've never seen him physically. Even now, I don't know about Barricade, I haven't seen a Barricade, but I heard that didn't sell very well. I'm not sure, but I'm just going off of personal experience. Um, and personal experience, I've seen there's a demand for these toys. Even Ratchet, that Ratchet is like, I dead ass think that Ratchet is like the best Gamer Edition figure we've gotten, you know. And I've hardly ever seen them in stores. Uh, Ironhide I have seen though. I have seen, but basically I'm going on a rant. There's a demand for these toys, and I don't know why they just don't. I don't know why they don't just see that. I
I
don't know. Maybe I'm missing the full picture. I don't know.
I think the heartbreaking one out of all of them was Barricade, because I love Barricade. The design is fantastic, and when I got that toy, I was just so disappointed. I could give Bumblebee a pass because he scales well, but
Mm.
when it comes to I loved Starscream. A lot of people complained about the cockpit, and I understand that. When you actually look at the game model compared to several concept art and that, they did the best they could. But there's something about it that still works for me. Like, it still looks fantastic to me. That being said, if Rising Force or any other third parties came along and gave us a chug scale Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker that looks more like that game design, I'll buy it in a heartbeat. But I'm still very happy with my Gamer Edition one. I'm actually happy with the Megatron one, even though that has its issues. Like, I am genuinely happy that this exists. It's just something I think as someone, if I was the marketer or business manager, or if I was just ahead of any division of Hasbro in general, I would release these toys with a purpose. Because if you're going to bring the designs from a game that's not even playable in official terms, like you can play, like we're going to play it right now illegally technically, but when it comes to like buying it on Steam, PSN, Xbox Live, you cannot do that. So it baffles me where I feel like they should have put the budget, maybe they were like, oh, what do we do? Should we bring back the games or should we bring back the designs? Like, do we? Or you should have done both. You should have brought the game back, remastered them, put them on platforms again, then release these toys. Because, like with every Transformers show, movie, etc., when you have a show or movie, you have to have a toy. And it just feels like these toys have came like 15 years late, where we should
Yep.
have had these toys when the games were out. And that being said, the toys for War of Cybertron were fantastic. I actually think the deluxe class Soundwave is one of the best out of all of them. And that I still have. I bought that because that scales with the gamer editions, you know.
Yeah.
So if Hasbro
Even
did,
the big Fall of Cybertron one, borderline might be one of the best waves like ever.
if it,
I had
yeah,
I had the Sound Blaster and he had the spring loaded tape deck.
okay,
So fun, so peak.
okay. Well, I hate that, but regardless, I'm
No.
glad that that's people that do. I only don't like it because it doesn't scale with anything, but I do like
Oh,
it
that's fair.
as a
That's
toy.
fair.
As a toy, it's like I guess you could put that next to Planet X stuff. I guess because that scales with that probably does scale with Planet X stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but I have seen it on eBay a couple of times, and I have been ever so tempted to buy it. The Takara version though, because I think the Takara version colors look better. Um,
Yeah, they do.
but the original Hasbro War for Cybertron Soundwave really scales well with the rest of them, and that's what I've been so excited about. But of course, I would love an updated version of that, and the Planet X Soundwave that looks good, but I gotta say I would have loved a chug scale version that's a bit more accurate. But yeah, no, I think that Planet X one looks amazing. I can't wait to buy that one. But um, yeah,
I
no,
thought Planet X was dead, man. And it was
I
he's back.
know. I
It's like
actually
Metro Man returning.
I guess I will mention, but I have messaged them a couple of times, and usually they just give you the automated response of "Thank you for your feedback, thank you for your feedback." But I did actually message him about the Soundwave Planet X, and I'll briefly talk about this before we move on and focus on Swindle. I did say to him, "Hey, this is not accurate. There are parts about this where, compared to the concept art and the game model, there's a lot of changes here. And whether or not they'll take any of it on board, I don't know. There wasn't really all that much I wanted to tell them to change about that. I just basically gave them the criticism of the front piece of his chest, the sort of claw looking thing on the front of it, on the bottom of his chest area. I said you can tell they focused on the concept art more than the actual in-game model.
Hmm.
So I just said to them about, hey, this is how it actually looks in the game. But one thing I did tell them that they said, oh, we will take this into consideration, thank you, is when I showed them the difference between Laserbeak, how in-game Laserbeak is so different to concept art Laserbeak, and you see more images and all that kind of stuff of the game Laserbeak, where he has a visor, he doesn't have eyes. I don't know why the concept art for Fallout Cybertron changed him from having visor to eyes suddenly, because in the game he still had a visor. But regardless, I don't think they'll probably change anything. But it's nice to know that they at least acknowledge and respond to a bunch of comments. But um, yeah,
Where are you messaging?
you are sorry.
Wait, where I was asking like where were you
Oh,
messaging them?
on Facebook. Oh, on Facebook. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they have a
Sorry,
Facebook
sorry.
page. Yeah, they have a
All right.
Facebook page, and I just basically keep hammering them like, please, can you reissue this? Please, can you give us more versions of this? I remember I said to him one, like, we need metallic version Grimlock Vulcan, bring him back. And then they were like, we've got no plans at the minute. And then like not long later, they had a couple, so I bought
Did
one.
they ever? I don't have Facebook, but were they ever? Did they ever like say where they went for like a long period of time? Because I remember like they said they were gonna release the IDW Sludge, never did, disappeared for a minute,
No,
left us all hanging.
no, they didn't acknowledge that. They don't really acknowledge that kind of stuff on comments. They just kind of have like that automatic response of like, "Thank you for your feedback," or "That's interesting," or like they don't answer like sort of big questions like that. I don't know why, but
They're like, "Hey, we're back," and I'm like, "Hey, did you bring milk? Did you bring my sludge? We've announced a Planet X Soundwave. Where'd you guys go? Planet X Soundwave, guys, come on."
I think
Which is
because
pretty cool.
the Soundwave they showed off was a 3D model, like it's like before they start printing it and making it
Mm.
like
They
physical.
want to see the demand.
Yeah, I
They
think
want to see
they
the
want to
hype.
see the demand, and then they want to hear the criticisms, because then if people go, "Hey, you just base this on on the concept art, not the actual game. Like, could you just change this up, please? Maybe they'll
Mhm,
still have enough time to tweak it, so it doesn't really cost
mhm.
them that much. But really excited for that. I think that won't come out until the end of the year, but we'll just have to wait and see, or maybe even next year. I'm not sure.
I
Um,
just pray it comes out. I don't want another sludge situation. They broke my heart with that. I love that
yeah,
sludge.
yeah.
Please
Didn't
play
you
it. Please on TV.
you got the Grimlock IDW version, didn't you? I could have sworn I saw a
Yes.
tweet of that. You were like, "That's your favorite thing of all time." You absolutely
Dude,
love that thing.
I this might be like the my favorite Grimlock toy of all time,
Mm.
even more than the Fall of Cybertron one because
Yeah, yeah.
I like I just really like this design and he looks ferocious and I
Mm.
love Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, but the dinosaur mode is just so expressive on this one. And
Yeah.
he's also one of the heaviest toys I have. Right behind my Devastator.
Mm.
Really good toy. Just it's so good. I want more Planet X stuff so bad.
I know, and at
He's
this rate, I'll be hoping for more Ryzen 4 stuff because I'm assuming. I don't know. I can't remember actually what the creator of Ryzen 4 said about the release of the rest of them. I don't know if he said it can't be true, but something along the lines of one figure per year, but I don't think that'll be the case. I think he'll release. I think he said two figures a year.
mm.
So I'm not sure. Maybe he'll do two. Maybe we'll get Swindle, then maybe we'll get Brawl later in the year, and then maybe Vortex Blast Off at some point next
And
year.
then finally finish it off with Onslaught. Can't
Yeah,
wait to see that.
and I honestly, despite the fact that I don't like getting old, I will wait. As long as I finally can die, I will die happiest if I get all the figures for all the High Moon stuff. I would love to own every figure from the High Moon games, and if that ever happens in my lifetime, then I can die in peace.
You're not allowed to pass without having
I
all the toys.
know.
You're gonna be like 103 on your deathbed, and you won't be able to go until you finally have like a figure, like a good figure of who's the most club shido guy in this game, freaking Demolisher,
Yeah, yeah.
and you'll pass on like Uguay.
I was yeah. You've nailed it. I was so ready to kill myself, but then I saw Ryzen Force come out with it.
No,
And then I was like, shit, I gotta stay alive for this.
suicide postponed.
Honestly, imagine how sad that would be for me to have like, right, I'm throwing in the towel, fuck this shit. And then, like 2 minutes later, TFW is announced. We have got
You're like jumping
Combaticon.
into the abyss, and then you like immediately like pull yourself out. You're like, and not yet.
Well, how can I kill myself when we've got a gorgeous back like this? Just
Right?
this is beautiful.
That's another thing I'm still like losing my mind over because like I like the gamer edition toys, but this is gonna sound stupid. I feel like the backs are like like one of the more iconic parts of
Oh,
the
they
Fall of
are. Yeah.
Cybertron games
Oh yeah.
because it's what you see.
Yeah.
It's what you see, and to see like a lot of the gamer edition toys just kind of disregard that is really upsetting. 'Cause-
Yeah. I
And
think
to see this figure like get that down, come on, man. Get this man. Give him all the money. Give him all the money. I'll go broke. I'll go broke and fund it myself if I must.
I think the worst offender to me, because I love the Optimus Prime design so much from War for Cybertron, is not seeing the back do any justice. But I was really hoping a third party like upgrade kit would come along and give you like a back upgrade, but they never did. But I do own a 3D printed War for Cybertron Optimus that I did make a video on. Basically, someone just took the game file and just 3D printed it, and I can't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was just like perfect for me. You know, I wouldn't mind if more people did stuff like that. I know it's not like the best thing is 3D printed. The quality's not always fantastic for some of them, but I would just love that. That would be perfect. I could have one that transforms, and then I can have one that's just strictly accurate. You know, I don't have to worry all that much. Maybe YOLO Park in the future could do that for us. Fingers crossed. But
Or Blockies, because Blockies fucking killing it
yeah,
right now.
yeah, true. Yeah, true. Because they've been doing the movies. Well, they are doing the movies, and if they, I don't know. I would love for them to be encouraged to do the High Moon designs because I don't think they realize how much they would sell. I think
Right?
So
They given us that TFP Optimus, which is like unanimously like one of the greatest figures like
yes,
for that design like ever.
yes,
So
yeah.
you see the demand. Come on, get to it, get to it. Where's my plastic slop, please? I'll buy all of it. I don't need happiness. I need toys.
I know, because as much as we fucking love Cybertron, Bumblebee movie Optimus, I'm fucking sick of him now. We need other Cybertron designs of Prime. Like, come on, we need
Wait,
more.
oh, you want to figure a Bumblebee movie Optimus? You've
Again?
got. Can you please give us like more concept art? Oh, Bumblebee movie Optimus. You that's what you want? Here, have another one. Have another one.
I
Jesus, how many of toys does that guy have?
I would be the worst millionaire ever because I would just buy like a life-size statue of Bumblebee's Cybertron Optimus. Like I would if I was a millionaire, honestly, I would not be I'd not be like one of these rich cunts. I would just buy Transformers. I would buy everything that just makes me feel happy in life and fuck having a massive house. I don't need that. I just need Transformers.
Mo-
I'd give my
Most
money away to
whimsical
Hasbro.
billionaires. Yeah.
I would fund Ryzen for us. Well, he's already funded, but you know what I mean. Like I'd give him more. Like, hey, do you want a team? If I was a billionaire, if I had like Elon Musk money, you know, trillionaire, I would fuck the economy. Fuck, I would put it all in Transformers economy.
More Transformers. How
Yeah,
many? You know what? Most upsetting part about that movie Optimus, still not a single toy of his concept art. We actually had like a Cybertronian mode, not a single toy, and I'm really upset about that because I always like that a little more than the official design because he's on Cybertron. He's from
yeah.
space. Why does he have truck? Why does he have truck titties?
I know
Come on.
we saw some concept art that they had, and to be fair, it's not something you can get away with. It's like they knew exactly what they were doing there, and they just knew they couldn't transform him because they just think
Yeah.
because it's just going to be the G1 truck mode, and there was no way possible that they could. I wish they did partially create like a really like a really unique Cybertronian mode, like a High Moon one, but they just wanted to please the fans to see G1. Well, they pleased me. I remember when I first saw it, and I was just godsmacked by it. I was like, wow, we've got G1 Optimus on the big screen finally for 2 minutes. But you know, it was worth it. It was so
Yeah.
worth it. But yeah, no, honestly, fantastic. So I've been on this picture for too long of his back. Okay, there we go. I should be like flicking through them all, just so people could see more of it. I just want to have a look at this for a minute. Just look at the accuracy compared to the vehicle mode. Like that is beautiful. You know, if I was such a great painter, like I have these markers that I bought loads of them. I have no skills really whatsoever when it comes to applying these markers on, because I specifically bought all of these marker colors for my gamer edition because I just wanted to paint them up just a little bit, just to make them look a bit more better. Um, for this, I just make a few little areas. I would like add more purple stuff around, but honestly, I really wouldn't want to touch it because I just think this is like bang on beautiful. And then, yeah, he did a really great job with that vehicle mode. A lot of people have actually been asking because you know in the game when you're not going at speed, you know, there's like a hovering part of the vehicle where,
Yeah.
especially with Swindle, he out of all of them, he is the most noticeable one where his wheels just basically,
They split.
yeah, like a spider. I don't, from what I've seen from reviews, this does not do that, but I'm okay with that because, I mean, if you had to sacrifice one part of it just to get, because he's got free modes, I
Yeah.
understand that. So, and I don't think the gamer edition really focused on that either. You know,
Yeah, they didn't. And I'm like, honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that because, like, come on, asking for like a quad change, essentially a quad changer.
yeah,
It's a little much. It's a little much. He already got like almost, he already got like the most important modes. Like he knocked that other part with them. I think we can ignore the hover mode, man. Just a bit. Just a bit.
yeah, just a little bit, yeah. Um, but no, I'm trying to think of more
I'm
things to
gonna
say. Really,
I'm gonna buy all these guys and just display them from the back, and it's gonna be like I'm playing I'm playing them in real life.
I know, yeah. But see that, yeah, because the back was something that immediately caught my attention because I was just like, wow, look at that back. Like that is, it's just at least you can do that. At least you can pose them in a great way. Because the backs, when it comes to Transformers figures, the backs have really been the worst. Like they have really, it's either a hit or miss. The best back you're gonna get on a Transformer usually will be in a masterpiece toy. It's very
Yeah.
rare you get a good back on a Studio Series figure or anything like that.
Yep.
G1
I
figures tend to be really good with backs, but a majority of others don't.
again,
Unfortunately.
I feel like with these games, like specifically, uh, like they're the ones that like they're the ones that like shouldn't just completely disregard it because again, it's what you see for most of the game.
Yeah, yeah, and the only sad part about this as well, if we had to two criticisms, well, it's not really a criticism, of course. Not being able to do the hover and vehicle mode part is one thing, but that's understand that. I guess one thing, but I would have loved from this Rising Force, and maybe he'll have time to implement it in the future. Is well, when it comes to the arm gimmick with the gamer editions, that is a hit or miss for me because I like it as a concept, but I feel like Hasbro nailed it with some figures and really missed the mark on some figures. And I think it all has to do with the size of the gun because a lot of guns were a lot
Yeah,
really
like
tiny.
the neutron assault rifle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that was the one size does not fit all.
Well, not yeah,
'Cause-
exactly. All they're supposed to be switchable. You can like have the rifle on Barricade, or you can have the rifle on Starscream. But I wanted the Iron Blaster that Optimus Prime has on Ironhide, but it doesn't fit on his arm. You can't put the Iron Blaster of Optimus in Ironhide's arm by the way how his arm is functioned.
Hmm.
And I was just like, oh fuck you, come on, like why can't I do that? Like that's the whole purpose of the gimmick. But thankfully,
It's really weird because like I think it's only like that like the Ironhide Ratchet mold that like such a unique like arm design to the point
yeah,
where it kind of clashes with the other guns, and I'm like, it doesn't look like that in the game. I don't know
no.
why they do that.
Well, I do know there's I can't remember the person's name on top of my head, but there is an Etsy creator who like free models them, and he gives them a good size, accurate. You know, at least Hasbro did take on the criticism of the size of the guns because when it came to the assault rifle, the first time around with Bumblebee and Cliffjumper and Barricade, it was too tiny. But at least with Thundercracker, they made it bigger, and
Yeah.
it looks so much better on any of them actually. But yeah, no, if you really don't like the guns of the Gamer Editions, there's a guy on Etsy. You just have to type in WFC Gamer Edition weapon, and this guy will come up where he's like 3D printed them, and you know he does really good stuff. So, but
Doing promises work there.
yeah, I just wish that Verizon Force gimmick could be applied. But by the way, how it looks, how it transforms, like this is a good shot here of showing how that just wouldn't be possible. I think he did comment about how he did take that into consideration, but he decided to not do it because it would take away from the engineering point of view. But I mean, I don't know fuck all, so I'm not gonna criticize him and say, "Oh, you could have found a way," because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just happy to look at a figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just happy to look at this thing, the belly of a beast. 'Cause that's his chapter name. So I think if I do make a video on this, like if I do a toy review on this, I'm just gonna call it Belly of a Beast Swindle.
I
um,
think at the end of the day, we're just gonna be happy to have a good toy of him.
yeah,
Like gimmicks be damned half the time, you know.
I mean, some people like Sex and Life. I just love Swindle from Fall of Cybertron. Like I love this figure. What can I say? This is my dopamine. This is what I live for.
Don't need anything else.
Yeah, I don't need nothing else. I fuck everything else. No, it's absolutely fantastic and honestly great work. And I can't wait to get my hands on it. Oh, I just want it already. I just want this space monkey. I just want it. He just looks so cool.
Still a crazy name. How did they come up with that?
I don't
What
know. I dread to think what the other names are going to be.
man?
But yeah, we'll just have to.
Freaking Odyssey ostrich with blast off. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the most exciting thing about the reveals of all of these is seeing them in color. Because obviously the grey prototypes are one thing, but when I first saw this in color, I was just like, oh yeah.
Color just like makes everything like makes everything pop. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw like those prototypes, I didn't really give it too much
Hmm.
give it too much thought. Like I don't know, maybe that's very odd of me. But when I saw the Swindle in color, that was when everything just clicked, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I just like locked in. I sat up in my chair. I was like, wait a minute, this might be peak.
I remember seeing them in the grey prototypes, and I was just like begging for someone on Twitter to put like a digibash and just color them, just so I can have like an idea, like a visual image of what they could possibly look like in color. And I
It
think it.
completes it.
Well, the thing is with Swindle, he's actually quite an awkward color to get right, 100%, because his color kind of changes. I think he
You don't
chose.
know if he's beige or yellow.
That's the thing when you look at like because he could have easily anyone could have easily made this mistake if you're proper gonna make he's a pro because he's proper looked at all of the reference images, the game model, the official artwork, and the concept art. You look at that and you kind of have because when it comes to the High Moon designs, a lot of people don't realize this. I realized this even more so when I was doing the tier rankings over time, that the designs are so inconsistent. Like they are so
Yeah.
fucking inconsistent when it comes to concept art and the official artwork and the renders. They change them ever so slightly in stupid ways that makes you don't really notice it until you blink and go, hang on a minute. Because like in the concept art, for example, Swindle's torso is purple, but when you look at the game, it's not. It's like a different kind of color. If I just look at it right quickly, if I just remember on top of my head, I'm pretty sure his torso in the his torso in the game it's just grey black, but when you look at the concept art, it's got this the purple look. So he chose really carefully. I feel like the best person who gets it right is Barricade24 on DeviantArt. He has these like renders of all of the full Cybertron designs, a majority of them, and he like actually pulls them straight from the game, and it looks right. But there are some official artwork. Like 3D model of Swindle that was on the full Cybertron website, where he looks a lot more duller and grayer, and he just doesn't in the game. It's just all based on lighting, the way how the figure, how the way the character's presented in certain imagery and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's easy to get wrong, but really brilliant to get right at the same time. So
I see why they focus more on concept art because in the actual game models, first of all, they have to do like lot of squashing and stretching for it to have like a lot of to have like a lot of designs like fit like certain rigs and stuff like that. So I get that. Um, but with like looking at concept art, I understand. I understand how hard it is to like get the colors down.
yeah,
Uh, and like even when you look up designs of these characters, you're gonna run into concept art. And like I really wish they would just I really wish we knew which concept art was like the final piece that they ended up using for the designs
yeah.
for the actual game designs. It's really weird.
I think what they do, I think it's from a game designer's perspective. You look at the concept art and you make it into a 3D model, and you go, well, this doesn't work as a 3D model because the way how it's just proportions and all that kind of shit. So, and sometimes it could be just like, we don't need to include this. We change our minds like next minute.
Nah,
Imagine how.
I don't know. Well, I have a bit of a mixed knowledge with 3D because I'm actually studying animation and I've
Mm,
dabbled in 3D. It is very difficult to
yeah.
get to take a 2D image and completely like match it one to one in a 3D space. So I understand the pain of having to do that.
Yeah, the trauma of it all, like, yeah, it's
Getting Vietnam flashbacks using fire, man. I hate it.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else to talk about this toy? We want it. We give me 50 billion give me 50 billion copies. I'll fund it myself.
I
Yada
know.
yada yada.
It's crazy. I only thought we'd be talking about this for about 10 minutes or so. We've gone on for like 44 minutes or whatever.
We got that Transformersism, man.
I know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, we should probably start playing the game now.
That on a, it's odd. Like I think Blast Off is the one I'm most excited for because he's never had a toy of that. Does no, we
Yeah.
did. Never, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. We do have a toy of that, but it was still weird. I think it's just because my favorite design. You know what it was? We never played him in the campaign, and that really upset me as a kid. I was like, I love Blast Off. I want to play him, and it just never did. So I really want physical media of him, and I was never able to get him.
That's what I did.
So I
All the
could get him.
characters that we didn't play in the campaign, I would just like put their body parts all in one for the multiplayer. Because you can play as any character, but for some characters you just can't play in the campaign. That's one thing I
Yep.
missed about Forza Cybertron is that I do actually like that choosing the character. Even though I know Full Cybertron went for a completely different, very narrative based, very story
Or
structure.
cinematic.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I do miss the idea of not picking a character before a campaign because I think that's just what makes
Yeah,
Transformers Transformers. But
that and the co-op the co-op campaign.
yeah,
I feel like fall. I feel like War does a lot better than Fall. Fall almost does everything better, but there's just those two things that that War that I mean that Fall kind of fell back on, which I understand, but still. It's a game. It's a game. I feel like we should be able to have those criticisms.
I remember when I played the campaign, I thought it was amazing, but then I was like, oh, I wish I could have played as like Blast Off or like Scattershot or something. I was like, hang on a minute, I could just fucking put their bodies in the multiplayer and just play them in the multiplayer like that. Just it's just that easy. But it's something you don't think of because you just want to have it there in the campaign
Yeah.
in case of the online servers ever go down. And wouldn't you know? They did go
Hasbro.
down.
No, no, no. Don't you get it? Don't you get it, Cam? Hasbro. It's Hasbro's IP to sit on and do nothing with. Come on,
Oh yeah,
come
God,
on.
I'm the idiot. Ah, I just realized. My
I
God.
really don't. I'm okay. I'm gonna have my conspiracy hat on for a second. I feel like they did have plans to reissue the games, especially with Hasbro's, quote unquote. They said this themselves. They're pivoting more towards like gaming and digital media. Where's
Yeah,
my digital media, Hasbro?
I know.
What's
Yeah,
happening here?
yeah. They seem to reiterate this a lot, and there's a lot of talk, and there's not a lot of like.
You just don't really see it out like in
Yeah.
in most of the IPs. And I almost think like maybe it was just too expensive to like first of all like start up more servers to start up like new official servers for the game because it has to be cost. It has to be cost. I can't think of any other reason why they wouldn't.
I
I don't
know.
know. Maybe we're talking shit, and like maybe next year they just straight up they do restart the servers. Who knows? Who knows?
Genuinely, this is
Oh,
if I was a billionaire, this is what I would do. I would give my money to Hasbro, and I'd make sure I want a partner, like I'm part of the board. But my only purpose would be to fund the Gamer Edition line and get these games remastered. Like, I would
no,
pay.
no, Cam. We need Studio Series Kranix or some other glep shido. No, no gamer edition.
No, we
No,
need
no, no.
He-Man.
Have
That's the most
you seen that
important.
He-Man movie, by the way? I heard it was really good.
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah,
You didn't like it?
it's not that. It's just not my thing. It was my mum's thing, so I went to go watch it for my mum. My mum said, "Well, if I have to watch your crap, you get to watch my crap." And my mum absolutely loved the He-Man movie. Like I found it bearable and unbearable at the same time. There were parts about it that I did actually enjoy, but not a lot of it. But I was just kind of there, just watching. My mum the entire time, by the way, didn't had no idea it was fucking Jared Leto. Skeletor. She had
No,
no idea.
that's the funniest part. That's so funny.
She had no
Like
idea how.
everybody brings up his Jared Leto. It's like, who? He was in the movie? Where?
Yeah,
There's freaking Skeletor.
she used to be a.
It's crazy. It's crazy when Jared Leto, when he plays a character and he completely removes himself from the character, he's actually like a good actor for a second. You almost forget it's him.
I know she has a mixed feelings about him now because she used to really like him, especially during the Suicide Squad era. Like this is before the whole controversy and crap about him when he was just. Well, he's always been a weird actor, doing stupid shit all the time. But
Yep.
she was just like, that was Jared Leto, because it came in the credits. She was like, what? And I had a buddy of mine actually who lives very much close to me, and he was actually invited to the premiere of it, and he went to go watch the film in a really hot weather when it was super hot in the UK. He went to the premiere, he had to wear a suit and everything, but he loved it because people. I understand the appeal of it because it's just like how someone would look at me as a Transformer fan. It's either for you or it's not for you. But I'm glad that the He-Man fans finally got the film that they wanted. Just just wasn't for me, but I did enjoy some
I
moments
get
of it.
that.
I did enjoy some moments of it, but yeah, it's just a shame that it didn't do well as it probably should have. To be fair, because it is very faithful. But yeah, it is what it is. But
Feels like it hit that mark. It feels like
mm,
it hit a similar mark with like TF1, where it hit perfectly for fans, but for a larger audience, it just you just had to be into it. Unfortunately, a lot of people weren't. Uh,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, still wish it did better. But I hear He-Man fans don't have any like shortage of media, so I think they'll be okay. I'm talking shit, and like maybe the average He-Man fan is like bawling their eyes out, which I get. I get it. I'm a TF1 fan. I've been there. I've been there. I have my TF1 shrine, and I look at it every day before I go to work. I missed you. I miss you, TF1.
Bless.
All right, let's jump into this game, I guess, before
Yeah,
we go on another Transformers tangent. This is supposed to be a Transformers stream. It's almost an hour. We've
I
talked about
know
toys.
it's crazy. These streams, man, you never know how long you're gonna be talking about whatever. You can just stay on one topic for fucking ages. It's fantastic.
I love toys. I've been messing with my Gamer Edition Ratchet this whole time. Like, I'm just like, wow, this is such a good toy. Holy shit. Oh crap! I think I need to friend you.
Oh, on this,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
ha-
you got the mixed mods and everything. Wow.
yeah, it took me a while to. God, don't even ask me about how I did it. I don't know how. Honestly, half of the
They don't.
shit was so
It doesn't
improvised.
crash your game.
No, not really. No, thankfully I followed the guide pretty carefully. And to be fair, if someone asked me to do it for them, I would not remember. Like, it takes a lot of like looking through the entire Discord server and finding one person who says it like this and one person who says that, and then you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? I mean, I somehow managed. I only got emulation right not long ago. I didn't know how to do
Mm,
it, and now I know how to do it, and I'm like, I still don't know how to do it, but like, I can figure it out if that makes sense.
mm,
Um,
mm, mm.
no, we won't have to add each other because as soon as we enter the match, we'll probably be like with each other anyway. But I feel like I'd be able to add you if I see your name on the screen, so I'll just send you an automatic um add friend request thingy, whatever, when I see you in the match. So
Okay,
we
hold
could do
on.
it like that, but
I
because I don't
All right.
actually
I
know how
need
to.
to.
I don't know how to add people through this. To be fair, it's not like War for Cybertron. War for Cybertron's different when it comes to making friends, because you can make direct friends with people on War for Cybertron. But for some reason on For Cybertron, it looks a bit more complicated and stupid. But
Yeah, I'm like a caveman with this type of stuff. Hold on, I need to
mm,
restart my game because it said I'm not signed in. Hold
yeah,
on.
that's what happened to me just before we started streaming. I opened the game up and then it said I wasn't able to sign in, and I was like, oh, I've just got to turn it on and off again.
Yeah.
Well, while you're sorting that out,
Mm,
I'll just look at a few comments and any questions. If anyone wants to ask me or Kai any questions, feel free to. We will answer them the best that we can. Michael Mohammed, when are we getting the next Transformers kill count? Revenge of the Fallen, I'm trying to make it a mission to upload every kill count the start of every month. But I think I'll delay Revenge of the Fallen by another week just because of TFCon that's happening. I like to basically upload it when it's officially good and ready, and when everyone's available to watch it, because everyone's going to be at the convention, and I really want the Transformers fans at the convention to watch my videos. So I really want to time it right and make sure there's no like traffic or interference, I should say, because I have been heartbroken for the last few weeks of all of my platinum videos for Fall of Cybertron and War of Cybertron bombing. it's
no, yeah, I saw that. I felt really bad. I watched them, by the way. I watch your videos. I'm a fan. Hi, I'm a fan. I'm boy.
oh, thank you very much. I've got my buddy I was talking about earlier, the He-Man fan. He was like, he sits at home and watch. I don't know if you've heard of Jaffa Cakes. He's just like, I'll have a cup of tea and watch him with Jaffa Cakes. I was like, thank you. Please watch all of it for the sake of watch time. But I feel like they're going to be videos that over time they'll do well. I should have uploaded Fall of Cybertron on a different day. I don't know why. I just had the good luck feeling of like uploading it on a Friday when I should have done it today. To be fair, but yeah,
So it's really a gamble with the YouTube algorithm, I hear.
it's a pain in the ass, and I don't know why. I don't want to sound like what do you call it, like a victim of the algorithm, but it does feel like the last few months like YouTube's really been beating my ass. Like it really feels like for some reason, even though my like ratio has been really strong, like seriously, the kill count like ratio was very strong. I think it had 3k views and I had like 500 to 600 likes. I think I remember when I had 5k views, it had like 1000 likes, which I've never seen before, because usually there's always going to be a gap. with the view count and the like count. But if you get liked like so much on a video, it will get shared. It will be in people's recommendations. And when I did originally upload the kill count, when I did upload the 2007 one before the whole copyright bullshit, it did reach over 100k views. So
Damn.
I did manage to get some money out of that before it was taken down. So I never expected Lightning to strike twice, especially with it being about a year and 9 months since it went up. But it is still heartbreaking to not see something you worked so hard on, especially to re-edit it all, not to do well. But I've got a feeling that, say, if Michael Bay ever comes out with his next Transformers film, either a year or a year later, these videos will get recommended, and just hoping that the algorithm does its thing and saves me, because that's the thing with YouTube. Like some random video from like 2010 will suddenly be in your feed and everyone's watching it. But yeah, are you ready? By the way, sorry for rambling on.
I am. The live action stuff tends to it usually skyrockets in popularity, which is a good and bad thing. Good when it's getting people to talk about Transformers. Slightly bad because people think that's like it's all like that's the most popular like Transformers usually does.
Yeah.
But I still like watching those clips and stuff like that because
Oh, I'm in
they were
Conquest.
trending on Twitter a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm in Conquest, by the way, just so you know, because it's only me in the lobby, so it should be easier for us to.
We doing private or?
Oh, we could do public, and then more people will just join us over time.
All right, Conquest.
Let me just double check very quickly if the sound's good. From what I call, I think the sound is pretty much good. Yeah, for some reason I can't seem to add you as a friend, so I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, hang on a minute. Can I do it now? No, I don't want to leave the game. I don't know how to do it. Like, I'm trying to click on your name and I can't seem to do it. I don't think you can do it with Fall of Cybertron for some reason.
Yeah, I remember last time I had to go in the Discord server where the Discord server where like the actual game servers are held up. I don't remember how to do it because it was like such a long time ago. Hold on, follow Cybertron friends. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I feel like I don't know if I'm loud or you're loud, so I'm just gonna try and balance our audios. So I think we're good. I always get this thing wrong. People who are very frequent with my streams know this. Hey Cam, I got a question. How easy or hard is it to get to level 25 when you're first playing multiplayer? Well, you just said you're on 16 or 17, so that's good. Honestly, that's good enough. I think it took me about an hour to get to level 24, from level 22 to 25. So I don't think it'll take you that long, to be honest.
You just gotta grind.
You just gotta grind, bro. You just gotta get weird.
It was funny, like before you posted your Warp Cybertron thing, I kind of just forgot there was a progression system in at least in War. It's at least in War, because I don't know. I just didn't know. But yeah, it's great to see that.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! So.
Oh god! Oh man! Oh god! Oh man! Where you at, bro?
Oh, did we kill each other? I thought we killed. Did we kill each other? Oh right, I thought we killed each other.
Nah, I'm different.
You were built different. I'm just gonna see, because I was trying to focus on the audio, and I think the game might be a bit too loud. So. Right,
I'm talking about cheating and watching the stream at the same time. I'm just kidding.
I think a lot of people do that to me, to be fair, so I'm not surprised.
No, just don't worry about it, because like my connection's like way behind, so
yeah.
Even if you did, even if I did have the stream up, I wouldn't be able to cheat anyway.
Yeah, I think there's like a 30-second delay or something.
How are you able to like have the have mods and it like doesn't crash your game?
You just the mods with it, you just have to put it in a specific file. There's actually a file you have to create for it, and you just kind of place them in, and that's kind of it. It's essentially just putting It's just essentially putting them in the right folder, and there's nothing else you actually have to do. But from the mods for this, like with the multiplayer one, I feel like there was something specific I had to do, but I can't remember what it was. But you're part of the ReEnergized server, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you just search it up in the search bar, there's a lot of people that give clear-cut answers, and really, that's what I do. I just basically search for everything in that server, and there's always someone who has already given a detailed response on what to do and all that. So that server's really, really useful for stuff like that.
I need to utilize it more than uh oh, that's how I can add friends later. On where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Shit! I got you like right in front of me.
I'm a gamer. 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 I'm a gamer.
I'm very rusty. I mean, to be fair, when I was just playing this on the PS3, the aim and fire is inverted. So I'm trying to get used to that again, where the aim is actually better on PC, but when it comes to
Oh shoot!
I just had to take that pause and speak.
Got hit with a riot, with a fucking riot cannon. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I know, bro.
For a second, I saw my life flash before my eyes.
It's oh, I just hurt myself by accident though. I forgot what I was saying. I have no idea what the fuck I was talking about. I think I saw you. Yeah.
What? No, you don't see me. I'm not here. What are you talking about, man?
There you are. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Oh!
Oh, you're about gone. I know it. Whenever I hear someone go, oh, oh, and I'm like, yes, I've almost got them. I know I've almost got them.
Hold on. Hold on. I got something for you. I got something for you. Hold on.
Comes in with a Titan class and it whirlwinds me.
We can go band for band with the whirlwinds.
Sometimes when I panic as a Titan, I just use the whirlwind. Oh,
we can go band.
You get A, I get B.
You ever seen like an edit where two people go like whirlwind and somebody plays like Beyblade, the Beyblade theme over it?
Oh no, but I can imagine that being funny. I used to have Beyblade as a kid, but I never was obsessed.
No, same. My I've seen clips of people still like Beyblade to this day, which is still insane to think about, but it's cool. I've seen somebody like light like the ring on fire. Now that's just metal.
I remember kind of being into Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, but I never really kind of stick with it. Like I was never a Pokemon kid, but I know a lot of friends who were, and I was just like, I'm not really into that. But
I hear lore about Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's just like the craziest thing like ever.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't remember a single thing about it, but I remember just thinking the cards look cool.
Like I would hear like, what is Beyblade even about? What do you mean someone goes to hell?
Oh god, you're very crafty here.
No.
Come on, I know I've got you.
No.
Ah.
Damn it! I had the ReEnergizer and everything.
What can I say? I'm a pro. What can I say? I'm famous YouTuber Comodin Cam, bitch. No. The only problem is you've got me in a bit of a bind here because I need to capture stuff because you are actually winning. But if I need to start capturing more stuff instead of.
What's your guy? You do you make OCs or do you just like throw shit together?
I just put a bunch of shit together. I will say the mod is it makes it more fun. Like it's so much more fun with the mod because yeah, I mean the one thing I would have loved more from 4 was to give us more body parts and stuff. Like I understand the whole I understand the logic of not including the female Transformers body parts because it wouldn't I don't know, maybe it wouldn't mesh well. I think they should have just created more, to be fair, instead of RC and Slipstream. Like, imagine if we had Striker in this game. That would have been fantastic.
Right?
You know, because
Uh,
she would have been like the Demolisher, Onslaught sort of type of body. I just, you know, the original concept artist for these games, there was like multiple, there was like 3 or 4. I would have just loved, I would love to pay them, like commission them. Like, hey guys, I know you,
just be a hypothetical. What would they
yeah,
look like
like
this
what would you
style?
do? And can you try and picture it like it would have been in 2012 though, and not use like. Honestly, I know this may sound like a bad thing, but I would tell them not to use any reference past 2012 because it
Mhm.
kind of gives away the illusion of what it would have been like at the time. So like,
Like you were making them from scratch.
yeah, like so like if you were gonna do lockdown, I said don't think about Age of Extinction lockdown. Just think about animated lockdown and Revenge of the Fallen lockdown. Like what would you have done, basically? So I don't know,
I
but
feel like Lockdown would have been like so perfect for like this style because he's kind of got like a mismatched like look, you know.
yeah, yeah. So that kind of idea would be just really cool for me if you could commission them. But I know that's probably like impossible, and it is what it is, kind of thing. Shit, I just accidentally hurt myself. Oh, you're right there. Shit, shit. I'm getting distracted. Oh my god, I'm trying to switch. Why can't I switch? Oh, there we go. I couldn't switch for fucking aim. Like I couldn't switch my arm. I need to
No,
change.
I glitch out sometimes too.
I'll change to scientist because it's the weakest class, but I do love scientist.
No, I'm saying they're hard for me to master.
Hmm.
Maybe because I'm just bad at flying. Also, some maps just feel so cumbersome. Like there's one like in what's basically like the sewers, and just it's so hard to fly there.
Yeah, I hate the sewers map. For that reason, not because I hate the
It's
map. It's because it's just
so annoying.
yeah. I
Uh,
will say though,
what
it
what
was a completely
what's
different experience playing this game on PC. Because when you play it on PS3, you're just used to how the game looks for so long. Damn it.
damn? I knew that splash would have gotten me.
But when I actually got to play this on PC, I was just like, wow, the graphic update is just incredible. The PC version is essentially the remastered version, of these games. A few mods.
I had it on console as a kid, and when I first got this, like, wow, it looks so much better. Holy shit, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Imagine, yeah, God. It's just crazy to me. Damn it. Damn it.
I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer.
You're an artist, you're an
What's
artist, you're an artist, you're an artist.
I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm an artist.
You know what
I
my
love
favorite...
being an artist. I love saying I'm gonna draw something and then I just don't do it.
I see a lot of dumb shit on TikTok all the time, and most of it is just plain garbage. But I have been seeing something really funny and just genuinely like amazing stuff. There's like a trend on TikTok where are you a gay or a gamer? And all the guys are obviously saying gamer, but he cuts them off just before they say gamer. And I'm like, yeah. Are you a gamer or a gamer? And it just cuts.
Yeah.
And I saw one today. Are you a trans or a transformer? It's just like transformer. Everyone wants to say transformer, but no. It's like my favorite trend at the minute. It's just like, yeah, fuck you guys.
It's just fun. It's just dumb fun.
Yeah, it's just a goof, just a little goof. But yeah, no.
Yes, I am too, Optimus Prime.
I'm looking at my scientist at the minute, and it's got back parts of Megatron, but it's got like the shoulders of Ironhide and Ratchet. No, these are Ironhide shoulders, and it just looks amazing. I think I've got the legs of Grimlock as well, and it's just like, I just wish High Moon could have us customize everything, like not just specific to class. But...
I got kicked out.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Connection error. That's another thing about this connection is so wonky.
Yeah.
Maybe if I try to rejoin. Don't take my points! No! No! No, I can't defend them!
Someone's joined me, General Kozu, but I'm going to move over to Team Deathmatch now because I've got a feeling it might be a bit more busier in that. So
yeah, Team Deathmatch is always bumping.
It's found me a game already. So yeah, we'll hop over to Team Deathmatch. Hopefully it's not full. Okay, so there's enough space for you to join. Hopefully we'll be on the same team as well because I think there's more people on the Decepticon side then. Then
Team Deathmatch.
eliminate uh,
The enemy team.
everyone else. Yeah. So I
What's
won that
a
match technically. So.
what is a I got two questions, two interesting questions. Oh,
Yeah.
I still damn it. I need to find a match.
What was
That is not it.
the first question?
Oh, I got distracted. I'm trying to get into your match. It's just not working.
Oh, ain't it?
We need to friend each other. We need to figure that out.
I know.
Uh,
It's just I don't. Fall of Cybertron don't do it, but War for Cybertron does do it. Like if I had you on War now, we'd be able to join Escalation just us too easy. You don't have War, do you? You only have Fall.
I have both.
Oh, do you? Okay, that's good. That's good. I actually, yeah. It's weird. I don't know why Fall is different. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe they already did it for War and they just didn't need to do it for Fall, but it's strange. Hopefully you can join. If not, then but I mean, there's 3 people on each team, so you should be able to join without an issue.
All right.
Best thing I can recommend is just booting the game up again, and maybe that'll do it. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
I'm just gonna have to reset my. I'm just gonna restart my game.
Someone else has joined the Decepticon, so if you join, I think you'll join the Autobots, which will be on my team.
An instance of the game is already running. See, this is why I don't want to add. I don't want to like add mods into my game because my computer is like standing on its last legs.
Yeah. So what I do when it says stuff like that is I'll just like go to the control panel and turn the game off manually like that.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Crap. I realised I had no ammo. I'm still trying to fire at the guy.
Empty the clip.
I know I almost killed him as well. Hey, Comodin Cam, I got a question. Can I join your game in the future if that's okay with you? I'm on PS3. If I ever do PS3 streams, yeah, of course you can. But this is PC at the minute, and that's kind of how I mostly. Oh, I just died. That's how I mostly stream at the minute, just because it's better quality and there's more an active player base. But I might go back to PS3 in the future. Well, I did technically the other day ago for the Platinum video. God, one thing I need to get better at is the locking aim.
Okay, I just remembered my question. Okay, first of all, what is a character? What are like 2 characters you want to see like the most? You would want to see in Fall or War for Cybertron. I know you already said like Lockdown, but is there another like an Autobot or just anyone?
You know, it'd be like the small characters like Beachcomber. You know, I made a little joke in my Platinum video about how one of the trophies is called Beachcomber, and I was like, I would have loved to have seen a Beachcomber design, because I can kind of imagine how he would look. I think he would have been a similar body type to Swindle a little bit, because Swindle does remind me of Beachcomber in small ways.
Yeah, the buggy and
So,
definitely the visor.
yeah, so I feel like from that, people like Beachcomber, but then, you know, characters like Striker and well, I already got my wish was Demolisher. You know, I really love. I'm glad we got Demolisher, but honestly, I would love to see like Armada Cyclonus in this style, because we already got to see what G1 Cyclonus would look like in the DS version. But I would love to see like other characters from different kinds of continuities just sort of have a time to shine.
Yeah.
Trying to
Isn't I remember thinking this like a while ago when I first downloaded War and Fog for the first time on PC, and it was just like, man, it almost feels like we kind of took it for granted, like seeing like those Armada characters being like brought up like in what at the time was like modern media. Like it's just like we got freaking Demolisher in this, and like we
I
can't even get
know.
like Shatter and Dropkick and other stuff now. And
I know,
it's
that was
just
weird, yeah.
yeah, it just makes me appreciative of getting more stuff like that. You know.
Well, I think the best thing to come out of Armada is honestly characters like Demolisher, because he was such a unique character, and I'm shocked that he hasn't had more stuff involved, because I know he's unique to. Yes, I got him. I know he's unique to Armada, but the way how he looks in War is just a perfect example of a character looking exactly how we remember him, but just unique at the same time.
Yeah, Like he looks like he doesn't feel like a continuity transplant. He feels
No.
like it feels natural for him to be in this. And that's something I've a gripe I had with like some comics designs, with them just reusing designs. It's like particularly in like IDW 2 and Skybound, where in recently we got like a bunch of like Decepticons from other continuities, and like it's cool that they're there, but
Yeah.
they really feel like they feel more like continuity transplants. It feels so artificial, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you
And
mean. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like definitely with Skybound, this is an issue I have with Skybound. Skybound doesn't feel like it has like a unique, aesthetic.
Yeah, that's my
Um,
biggest gripe with it, and that's why I'm kind of hoping that if they do that series, I think did they say Amazon series? They're going to adapt the Skybounds into an Amazon series. I don't think it's. I can't remember where I got Amazon from, but I just know that the TV series or whatever of it is going to be the G1 designs, and I just think that would be such. It would be lazy on that part, but then I understand why they would do it for appeal, but it it it
this is
just
see this is my issue with like for it's not just Transformers. It's just kind of like like most media now is just such a heavy emphasis on nostalgia that it kind of just feels like we're forgetting some of the basics. If you're doing something like quote unquote like new, like you should introduce like a new style with it instead of falling back on nostalgia. That's why there's such a there's such a massive focus on G1 designs. It's irritating. It's irritating in a lot of aspects, but I understand it. I understand it to an extent.
yeah, because like
Wow.
I don't want to like boost your ego, but I think the Skybound comics, like if they do that into a TV series, they should adapt your designs, honestly, because I feel like your kind of designs would work in that kind of dark tone setting, and it just feels like they'd go, well, the designs are very, well, they are unique, but they'll probably say they're complex and they're hard to draw in live action or animation. I'm like, that's bollocks. That's a load of crap. The way how
You're an
animations
artist,
come,
man. Lock
yeah,
in.
yeah, the way how animation has evolved and how it can like do really complicated stuff. I mean, look at the Bay movies. You know, those designs were very intricate and they managed to make them work. So I don't see how it can't work for animation. It's just you've got a lot of great detail, and for some reason it feels like Skybound, they're able to get the comics out quicker, sure, because it's not that the artists for those comics don't do great work or they're lazy or whatever. That's not true. It's just what Hasbro have told them to do. Is like, right, we just want it to be the G1 aesthetic. Could you please just give
Yeah.
us the G1 tone? And when the first Skybound,
I
yeah,
really dislike that whole criticism, like, oh, doing more designs will just be too hard. Like, no, they're not.
yeah,
Like, even like, yeah, I do appreciate the ego boost. Like, yes, glaze me. But I do concede that like my style is very, very like complicated, like to want to like draw over and over because even I get annoyed with it. But like, like just doing something new, like the G1 designs, like they are simple, but you can do something new and it's still, I mean, and it doesn't have to be the most complicated thing ever.
yeah. Because
Uh,
I'm sure a lot of designs like Prime, they were probably complicated, but they managed to make it work with the 3D animation, you know, and Beast Wars. You could say every new fresh take on Transformers, like Armada. You know, there's a lot of like, oh, we've got to keep this grill the same, we've got to keep these wheels looking the same, or something like that. But you know, it's at the end of the day, I think your designs are not that hard to adapt at all. I think actually it gives the brand. Like, there's other great artists as well that I've covered on the tier list that add a lot of life to these characters again. And I remember when the Skybound comics come out, and I love how it looks. Like, the art style was fantastic and it was beautiful. But then it was like, as I was going on, I was like, I would have loved for something different now. Like, I would love a different design because I think the tone of it really works with something refreshing. You know, it doesn't fit the G1 style because we've already had G1. And I don't know, I just feel like that when that Skybound series comes out, if it does, um, I feel like they will just simply, you know, rebrand the studio series, and they'll just give them a new shade of paint and call it just Skybound. It'll be a way to sell
they
the toys again,
literally
basically.
will do anything they can to sell G1 again. Like, we're getting an 84 line.
Hmm.
If that, like that itself should tell you just how bad it is in terms of like prioritization. Like, why do we need 84? Well, why?
Yeah.
I I'm over here I'm over here like drowning, like needing. I need salvation with Gamer Edition. What do you mean we're getting 84? What do you mean we're getting G1 again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't like complaining. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but it's very frustrating, like wanting like other things. Because
yeah.
like with Cyberworld, do you watch Cyberworld?
I have kind of turned around my side of Cyberworld. I find it really enjoy, even though I still acknowledge that it's not for me. Like in a broad sense, I have I am actually planning on making a video talking about how, well, I guess the title is like, I was wrong about Cyberworld. But I generally find it entertaining because it pays attention to details and meme culture and that I find actually quite funny. I just wish that, I know, to me the designs are just not for me, but that's fine because they're supposed to be for young kids. But that doesn't mean the content itself can't be enjoyable to look at, because it is.
Yeah.
When you see like Arachnid and Alita One referencing the Transformers One movie, you know what I mean? And you've got like characters like Wheeljack for some reason having like a strong connection with Alita for some reason. It's interesting. And when Optimus Prime said, "I'm going to turn into a truck now," I was like, "This is fucking hilarious! Like, this is amazing."
Yeah.
Um,
It feels like it's written by people who like understand, like,
yeah,
in touch with the Transformers fandom,
I wouldn't
and
say
that's
I
what I really
was.
appreciate about it.
I wouldn't say I was necessarily wrong to say what I said. I just simply stated the fact that a lot of people felt is that, yeah, this isn't for us, and that's okay because if it brings new audiences, like young kids especially, to the brand, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, are you able to get in the match? Like, is that okay?
I had to restart my computer.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing that's gonna take a while.
It says it's at 100%. It's just I've been at this 100% thing for like 2 minutes right now.
Oh dear. Well,
It shouldn't take too long though.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh,
But yeah, I really like Cyberworld. The toys are cool, but they're just so, I don't know how to say, basic.
mm,
Because I like the designs, but I just wish they just need like like elbow swivels, man. Like,
yeah,
well, not elbow swivels, arm articulation.
yeah.
Like, why are we skipping out on that? I know Hasbro, you have the doubloons. I know you can give them a higher budget or whatever. I don't know.
I was in one of my local stores, and they actually got the Soundwave one before anyone else. Like that came out.
Already?
Yeah, and it was quite strange to be fair. But and then there was one store claiming they got it first, but they actually didn't. They had it sooner, and it's. I had a good look at it, and I was like, why has Soundwave got tentacles? Why do I care? Like why?
They're just doing anything. And
Yeah,
that's something I really appreciate about Cyberworld, where it's like it just feels comfortable to like yeah, it's like made by fans. You can definitely feel that. But it's not like not where it's like overly relying on nostalgia. They're
yeah,
just having fun with it in a very unique way. And that's why I really wish that that type of energy was just kind of like reflected in like the more higher budget Transformer stuff. Because I do like the early parts of Skybound. I don't really care for it like now. Like I don't really care for Robert Kirkman's run, but I love Derek, like what is it, Darren Warren Johnson's storyline
hmm,
for Skybound. I feel like that was really good, but even so, I feel like in many ways that still was just very overly reliant on nostalgia. And I just come on, we can. Transformers is about reinventing itself, and I feel like we're losing the ancient texts.
yeah. We're sort of losing the main purpose of this brand, and that's something I fight with a lot because it's like, yes, I would love for them to bring back all the designs of these toys, make toys of these designs and that. But at the same time, it's like it's only because we've had so much of something else that I feel like we've had so little of this other thing that was also really great. Because I always felt like the High Noon designs never really got to be appreciated in toy form. I feel like they were always second to everything else Hasbro was doing at that time. Like, they focused way more on the Prime Wars instead, because obviously that's G1 centric, and when you got designs like Cyberworld, like I mean, I saw the design of Lockdown having a hat, and I don't care. Like
Fedora.
this just looks funny. It's whatever. It's appealing to children, so that's fine with me. And
Hmm.
I always feel like if I see an adult seriously criticizing anything like Rescue Bots or Cyberworld, they need to get out. And I don't mean out as in like to the real world. I feel like they need to get out of that show, like, because it's not for you. Then,
Yeah.
that's what I like to do now. If something's just simply not for me, I just want to acknowledge it because, well, I'm supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do if you don't find something interesting. I can
Yeah.
understand wanting a brand to be better and to thrive and that. Like that's why I think people who criticize the Skybound stuff, they're valid because they do have valid points. But at the same time, if something's giving you more grief and more, I don't know, I guess heartbreak, maybe it's time to step away because that could really be bad for your health and bad for your mental health or whatever. You don't want to be stressed out all the time, and don't make
Yeah.
this thing stress you out because just walk away from it. Find a way to walk away and make it not blow your head up. Because, God, if I only did that, then I'd be alright.
Yeah.
So it's something I battle with sometimes. Like, it's like with Michael Bay movies. I remember when it got to Transformers 5, I was like, I'm fucking done. Like, I'm so done with this shit. And then I'm just like, hang on a minute. There's more films coming in the future. Just move on and forget about it and wait for the next one. Maybe it'll be better. And then Bumblebee came out, so when something's just not for you, it's best to just walk away before your head blows up.
Oh yeah, that's kind of where I am at with Kirkman's like Skybound run. I just kind of just
Yeah,
it just kind of it's on the like the back burner.
I
Like I like looking at certain stuff and it's like, huh, this is dumb or this is
yeah,
funny or whatever. This is kind of cool or whatever. But I realized I was like taking a lot of it like a little too seriously. And as soon as I stopped doing that and I was like, wow, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much like, hey, that's
yeah.
Bumblebee talking about being goaded in a stupid video game in Cyberpunk. That's pretty funny.
I know, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's why I don't like to engage with hateful rage comments. Like, if someone has a problem with something I've said or my opinion, I just don't acknowledge them. It's like you're lucky you're not getting blocked. To be fair, because it's like, look, I've got other stuff I need to worry about in my life. I don't want to be arguing or talking about a design that I talk about that you don't you like and that I hate. It's like I don't like. Come on, it's like make your own tier list, man. If you've got such a big deal with mine, like you're allowed to do that. You're free to do that. It's totally normal. Um,
Oh no, I just got that. I just got flashbacks.
oh, I should just answer this comment real quick. To Liverpool boy, no, that joke wasn't aimed at you. In fact, that joke was made last year. I reused that skit for that video, the one comment one, because it's funny. No, it's just generalizing everybody who says stuff. Yeah.
What do you do about my game is still saying an instant of the game is already running. What the hell?
What's it saying for you?
It's saying an instance of the game is already running. What am I doing wrong? It was running fine a second
If
ago.
you open up control panel, it won't be. It might not be at the very top, but if you scroll down to all of your programs, you might see the game. You just have to end task, and then it will reset it completely. Where when you start the game up again, it'll work.
Okay. Control panel. Is that in like in files?
Yeah, I got. Have you got Windows or are you a Mac?
I have Windows.
Oh, okay. So if you click on the Windows icon and then search up control panel, you should immediately see all the programs you currently have on, and then just scroll all the way down if it's not there until you find Fall of Cybertron, and just end the task because it's probably running in the background and it's not fully closed it yet, so you have to like sort of manually close it. It's really frustrating, but that's
Okay.
technology for you.
It'd be me don't understand me bashing rocks together like cavemen. Really bad with computers. Okay, I got it working. Please, multiplayer work. What do you mean? Like, please. I need. Okay, now it's working. What the fuck?
It's a
My
pain in
computer
the
is
ass.
so it's so bipolar, bro. It's so bipolar.
Yeah, it took me a while to really understand. I remember I really paid probably overpriced for my PC because I just wanted it to render videos quicker. But I didn't realize that I could play a lot of games on it, like Steam games. I can download a lot of games, and I was like, I really didn't have this PC to play games, but now I know that I can, and I'm so glad I did because I have so much memory and too much. I guess my PC is just too powerful. Like I overestimated what I was paying for, basically, because I don't know fuck all about half of what I paid for. I was just more upset that I couldn't have a disk drive installed. I was like, fuck, I wanted a disk drive. They're like, but you can do everything else with it. I was like, oh, well, okay, fair enough.
At least you woke up and smelled the Kool-Aid that PC is the future.
Yeah, literally. It's so much refreshing. I
Are
still,
you in Deathmatch? Sorry.
I'm in Team Deathmatch. Yeah. I don't think it's a full lobby. Oh, no, oh my god, this is so unfair. You're gonna be paired on the Autobot side, and there's only 3 people on the Autobot side, but there's like 6 people on the Decepticons.
But yeah, I played these games before. I know. No.
I don't know why the matchmaking in this is horrendous.
Am I in? I am in. No, yeah. This is why we need the public servers again, Hasbro.
Hasbro.
All right, I'm about to get turned out here, but it's okay because I got heart. I got heart.
Have you? Oh, here he is. You are now in the Autobots. My cat's just barged in.
Just like this, there is a white blob just following me. I love seeing with the people with like the mods like attached, like their models don't like fully register, so I just see like either like black or white blobs just following me. It's really funny.
I always thought that was intentional, just to distract other players. You know what I mean? Because it fucking works.
I've seen God. Oh shit.
Oh, he flew up. Oh, I got an assist though.
I'm a gamer. Fuck.
What's your favorite game, not Transformers related?
Someone's asking you that. Sorry.
Well, you as well. You can go first if you want.
Oh, I like Halo.
Oh yeah, Campaign Evolved's coming out, and is that next week or something?
It should be next week. That was what, the 27th. So yeah, it should be. I'm so excited for that. I'm one of those weirdos that's like super obsessed with Halo lore too. So this is like a dream for me.
I'm obsessed with the Halo aesthetic more than the lore because I'll just tell you a quick story. I mean, so it was very, very apparent in school who was Xbox and who was PlayStation. And if there's one thing I always was envious about Xbox was the fact that I would have loved to have had Halo. But of course, I always...
Well, you have that now in
Well,
peace with CE.
Yeah, exactly.
And PlayStation.
I just remember one day I went over to my grandparents' house, and my granddad was sat in his chair and he was reading Halo, a book. There was a Halo book, and I was like, "Do you have any idea that that's a game?" And he was like, "What?" Like, no. I just thought it was a cool book.
You know what's really funny? And like I feel Halo nerds will understand this. Halo is borderline like it was like a book franchise with a couple of games.
Yeah.
Because I've read like all the books, and there's so much shit in there that like the games only like cover like a fraction of it. But yeah, I love Halo. I love Halo. It's so fun. If you see if you're a Halo fan and you see some of my art, you can kind of see my influences with it. Hold on. Particularly my new Springer design that I did a while ago.
I know, yeah, that's really good. I still need to get on that Springer video, to be fair, but that looks really good.
Thank you.
I was gonna say.
Oh, I took away the focus. What's your favorite game?
Oh, probably easy. You know, it's not really a game. I guess you could say game series. It's either Metal Gear Solid or Crash Bandicoot. I always go backwards and forwards. It's either Crash Bandicoot, it's either Tomb Raider, it's either Metal Gear Solid, it's either Medieval. You know, I have a lot of interests in video game space. Like, I do like the Resident Evil games. I like Resident Evil 4.
Oh, I love Resident Evil.
In fact, one of my favorite games actually is something not a lot of people probably heard of. It's by Playdead. It's called Inside, and then I also like Limbo as well. Their games I really like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So do you like you mess with horror, right?
A little bit. Like, I'm not like it's hard to explain. Like I love Silent Hill. Like that's my favorite horror series, obviously. Um, Resident,
Silent Hill fan.
Resident Evil to me is just more horror fun. It's not really scary to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got freaking the GOAT Leon Kennedy
Yeah,
doing some of the stupidest shit you've ever seen, and it still has like aura. Like I don't take
I
Resident Evil like seriously, but it is like it's got horror elements that I think are really cool.
I have the biggest man crush on Leon Kennedy. Like he is my guy. Like if there's anyone who
I
can get me
I
out
think
of
that's
a
kind of
jam,
like everyone.
yeah,
Like even if you're like straight, you have a man crush on Leon Kennedy. Come on.
yeah, you could be like straight as an arrow, but if you see Leon Kennedy, you're like, fuck, man. You just kind of want to be him. You kind of want to.
Right?
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt about Henry Cavill. Like I always appreciated Henry Cavill especially when he was Superman. Like Man of Steel, I really enjoyed that at the time when that film was. I don't know, it was just something I kind of needed. It's that sort of dark aesthetic on a character that's full of hope and stuff. And you know, how does he get out of that
Yeah.
naivety or whatever? And I always think Henry Cavill was always a really go-to choice for Superman. And I always admired his just his. I don't know. I think it's really positive
He's got aura.
for a guy to appreciate another guy's looks and his like physique and his commitment kind of thing, because it makes you want to do the same. And
Exactly.
I remember Henry Cavill being like that guy for me. Like, wow, he's such a positive mindset. So, and he still is. So,
Yeah.
it'd be stuff like
I
that.
love his Superman, man. I feel like he got it like dealt a bad hand. He's a
Yeah.
great actor, great man, great Superman to me.
Yeah,
To
I
me
feel like
personally.
Hollywood in general really treated him crappy. And I felt like he finally was going to get a big break with the Witcher series, but it seemed like, because he was always committed to making it so lore accurate, like he really wanted to get it right. I think he's working on, what's that thing that he loves? Is it Warhammer or some? I think it is Warhammer. He really loves Summer that he's obsessed with. I think it is Warhammer, and he wants to make a film. I think he is making a film, and I think he finally got his wish of being able to make something that he can actually contribute to, and not have anyone, stop him from making it fateful. But yeah, I feel like he got a bad hand by Hollywood. They just kind of treated him as an object, really, and not
Yeah,
really as a talent. But
Henry Cavill, you deserve better. You deserve better.
that's why I was so glad when Cillian Murphy, Thomas Shelby, Oppenheimer, all these, like, he's finally getting his big break. Like he's finally starring in these roles because he's such a great actor.
Someone's someone I think it's the same guy. Someone said, my last name is Kennedy, and it feels weird you saying it.
Yeah, people always like when they say like, "Oh, what's your accent?" I'm like, "Well, it's different because when I'm by myself, I have a very different tone in voice. But when I'm like obviously doing YouTube and all that stuff, I'm more higher pitch because that's just I wouldn't say it's a presenter voice. It's more of a enthusiasm voice, you know. Because you gotta be. I don't want to be. I always try to figure out what kind of content creator I wanted to be. Did I want to be more of like a pointless hub, like with that really great monotone voice that he has? It's just like got that great attitude voice for anything he wants to talk about. Or do I want to be like, I don't know, a Doug Walker? Like, hi, I'm a nostalgia critic. Like, what kind of YouTube creator do I want to be? And I guess I kind of settled on a middle ground where, if I'm talking about something that's like proper professional, like I'm talking about like platinum stuff, I'll have like a lot of enthusiasm. But if I'm talking about something straight off the top, then I can kind of relax my voice and be a bit more, what's the word? Laid back, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Oh shit.
Because like I'll start the video and I'll be like, "Hey everybody and welcome. I'm Comodin Cam," and then as soon as that mic's cut, I'll be like, "Right, okay, now this is my real voice." So
I appreciate like I appreciate like authenticity like more than ever.
yeah,
Like it always sounds like you're like excited to talk about what you're talking about.
yeah, it's because my enthusiasm's real. It's just
Oh no.
when you turn off that mic, you're just kind of, you get to relax your vocals.
Yeah.
Because Because like, sometimes I'll be like, gotta make sure I get that voice right.
Bastard, no. Oh yeah, on the topic of Transformers games, I recently, first of all, I watched your Armada gameplay playthroughs like a lot.
Oh really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. I really do love those. A lot of people wanted me to put up the original one that me and Daniel did like many years ago. And then we played the game again, and that's my kind of definitive version of how I like to play games. That's how I wanted to do it and all that. But yeah, I really loved those gameplays we did. It's a shame we never really kept up with them because I guess my friends just over time couldn't come over and record as much as I would love them to and all that stuff. But
Yeah, that happens. But hey, at least you had those videos that, at least got that.
yeah, at least I've got them. Yeah.
It was you and Diamond Bolt's videos that like made me really want to get that game, and I did. I did like a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
I should have listened. It is hell.
Yeah, crazy.
Like I was playing it and I was like, this game was meant for kids. I'm a grown man and I want to cry playing this. Dude, Cyclone just like stressed me out. Like I almost felt like I had to start drinking.
Yeah, no, that game is one of my favorite games of all time. But it is one of
So
those.
good, but it's so difficult.
Yeah, it really. It was like, I guess you could say it was almost. I don't want to say it because it sounds so cheesy, but it is like a Dark Souls-esque sort of.
No, yeah, literally, I said that when I first downloaded it, and it really, no exaggeration, it really does feel like a Dark Souls in Transformers in Transformers terms, which is really funny because it's Armada. It's one of the most like stupid or like lighthearted Transformer shows, like very very campy Transformer show, and its video game will like actually have you like giving you like Vietnam flashbacks.
One thing that's so trippy about that game is, well, for me anyway, is obviously I was stuck with the PS2 version my whole life because that's just what I knew. But then when I emulated it, the PC, seeing that game in high definition is something else, man. It's so beautiful. Now the game is so
Right?
beautiful. I couldn't believe it.
Like, it's low poly, but like it's still really charming.
Yeah.
It still looks good, and I love low poly.
I always hope, fingers crossed, that someday in the future, like on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever, because they do the PSN classics, they bring back classic games. I really want that game to come back and have like a full trophy list that I could do, because I would love to play that game with trophies. It would be hard as fuck, but that kind of game to me, I would love
think
to
about
have
your
a trophy.
sanity.
Well, that's the thing. I would love the same thing for the 2007 game, because when that game did come out on PS3, it was way before the trophy system was implemented, so it means the game never got trophies. But you just look at the 2007 game compared to the Armada game, and you're just like baffled by the difference. Like the Armada game came out like, God, what was it, 2003 or something?
It was like 2004, yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at the 2007 game, and it just looks so different. Also, I've just realized how frequent I'm killing people now.
Yeah, you're a machine.
I seem to be doing well for once, and I'm not really concentrating because I'm just obviously trying to keep conversation going.
I ate that. I ate that karma. I ate that karma. I kicking your ass in the first match, and now I'm eating it.
Yeah. I keep trying to find you in the match so I can specifically kill you.
No, don't find me. No.
Where is Kai hiding at?
No, wait. What's, oh right, there's another like second question, because I want to give you to what I would want. If you were making a Transformer game, what would be like your ideal like Transformer game like now? RIP Reactivate.
I would take everything from this game, but just expand it. Like I would keep it on Cybertron because I think that's the appeal. Because I don't want to play a game on Earth. I live on Earth. It's fucking shit. Like I just want to live on on another planet. I want to have a different aesthetic. I want a different vibe. and I think this captured a great vibe. You know, one thing I would also change is I would get rid of the generic soldiers. I was looking at one specific cutscene in this game where they're loading all the stuff onto the cargo. Just
And they're all just like the clone troopers memes.
yeah, you've got all the. I would have swapped them out for like Beachcomber, Gears, Huffer. You know, I would basically add more that was already given to us, and I would add. I wouldn't keep it exactly the same. I would like an open world vibe of a Transformers game, but I am curious if it actually would work. I think that's why Reactivate and Rise probably failed as bad as they did, unfortunately, because I feel like they were trying to do so many things, and there wasn't a core idea that stuck. So that led to one of the backers pulling out very cruelly, to be fair.
Yeah, that game was in first of all, that game was like in purgatory for like more than 10 years,
Yeah.
and they just kept changing ideas, and yeah, it just got they rug pulled them. I miss you, Reactivate. I miss you. I man, I'm so sad now. I was so excited for Reactivate. I'm gonna be playing a Transformers game again. It just didn't happen.
I
They
know.
played him. They played in my face. Those designs look so cool too. I still have my Soundwave.
I know
And
that's
my
that.
Starscream. I kind of regret it.
The Starscream looked really good. I didn't like how one half of Starscream was normal and the other one was just like crap. I don't know why they had to go with the half painted like black shoulder then red shoulder. It was something like that. It was like half of it was. I think they tried to do a battle damage sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure, but
Yeah, so in the story of the game was that like these aliens who were just they're the Quintessons. We knew they were the Quintessons or whatever. They've invaded Earth, and the Autobots and Decepticons are on the back foot, and they have to join forces to defeat them. And like all these characters are gonna have like this battle damage like vibe to them, and that's what they were trying to go for with some of them. I don't know why. It felt like it was only there on Bumblebee and Starscream, because Optimus and Soundwave didn't have that. So I'm wondering if there's like a story reason behind that. But I remember when we first got it, I was like super. I really wanted it to do well because I first of all I love that Starscream design, and I was like super excited to like get like a normal version, quote unquote, and we just never did. There's also another thing I really like about the design. They were able to one of the rare instances where we got like a working waist swivel on a Starscream design, and it was uncompromised, and I love that. I loved it so much. It's a real shame what happened to it.
I will say
But,
as a little side note, I guess that a part of me doesn't miss Reactivate because I remember the community being so incredibly toxic. There was a lot of.
yeah, no, yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to get into
I
specifics.
try not to let like
Yeah.
a fandom like get to me, like ruin like my perception of certain things. But man,
Yeah. It
some of the
really
Reactivate players were some of the nastiest people you'll ever see.
it really did put me off reporting a lot of stuff about the game because I guess I didn't want to have my comment section be like very hostile with other people fighting and stuff. But I remember the whole community drama around it and unfortunately being exposed to it by just hearing what people were saying to me, like, you know, in person and all that. Well, not in person, but you know what I mean. Like through messages, like he said, she said, all that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm here looking forward to a game. I don't want to know about the ins and outs and shenanigans. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was really shitty of a lot of people, but like, there was like, I just wanted to get out of that, and I felt like if the game was released in whatever state it was, that would stay. That would be consistent. Is that energy wouldn't go away. Like it was like a win-win scenario. Like even if the game came out, there'd still be people pissed off that it took this long. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. People are just so negative, and that's again why I try not to let like fans, quote unquote, like ruin something for me because people are always going to be that way.
yeah.
But it is hard. It is. Really
I
hard.
think if it did come out, it would be a PR nightmare because the comments, because the community has been built up, and then it got immediately destroyed by all the negative comments and all this negative energy. I feel like, I don't know, maybe the game could have erased all of that because a lot of people would finally be exposed to it, like new people. But because there was such a long build up to that game, it took way too long. I feel like I'm not surprised they pulled the plug. Well, I'm surprised that they would get backstabbed like that. You know, having working on the game for so long, because there was like this third-party backer from China somewhere that was one of the main reasons why the game fell apart, because they just completely backstabbed. Oh, I can't remember the company's name. It's on top of my head. Who?
Certain Infinity.
Yeah, something like that. Sun Infinity, and there was another one as well.
There is something I try to think about, and it's the fact that like the Transformers like online fandom is a very like small part of the Transformers fandom as a whole.
Yeah.
So I try to hold on to that and try to think, oh, it shouldn't have too much stock like in the real world. But I don't know. Sometimes I am wrong. So what do you mean sometimes? I'm usually wrong.
There is a lot of positivity. Don't get me wrong, but there's obviously unnecessarily hostility, and it's something I try and balance. Like, I like to keep the people who watch my channel, they're the ones I like to engage with. Anything sort of outside of it. Oh, I thought that was you then. I like.
Don't worry about where I am.
I like to sort of keep away from all the hostilitiness, because I don't really, to be fair, like, that's not why I'm part of this fandom. I don't want to.
You're just here to have fun.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy the media and get along with people.
Yeah, you curate your experience.
Yeah,
so
yeah. People have the same opinion, like yourself. I like to interact with people like yourself, because there's like an appreciation for each other, and it creates a good environment and all that stuff. And it is, it's just nice. It's just nice.
Yeah, I do think that's funny, because I remember when I first started on social media. I'll be very open about this. I was a bit of an asshole. I was just fighting people left and right. Like when Pablo, like, I'm sorry, old habits. When Rise of the Beast Wheeljack came out, I was so upset. And I was fighting everyone tooth and nail. And I look back on that with like so much cringe. It was like, dude, he didn't even do a lot in the movie. I am two minds about it, because like I think I was fair. Like I think I was like, it was all right that I was like upset, because Wheeljack's like one of my favorite characters. Like,
Yeah. It's such a great design. It's so much of it was changed, where you're just like, this isn't the same character anymore. And
yeah,
I think I was in that same boat.
They could have easily made him look more like Wheeljack, which like, confused me why they just didn't. Like again, I think it's fair. Like I had criticism, but like the way I went about it, like it just kind of like lost my mind. So I try to be more positive now.
I think that's fair, because that's the whole point of genuinely life. And your age as well has a lot to do with it. You're supposed to grow, you're supposed to change, you're supposed to learn from stuff, you're supposed to look at things that you wish you could do differently. But if it's not, what's that phrase? It's like what Kratos says from God of War. It's like, don't be sorry, be better. It's simple.
Exactly.
And I felt the same way as you. I felt really really opinionated on it, and really strongly about it. And how I said was what I said. I say shit. I talk a lot of shit, but I generally mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Yeah.
Even if I don't,
just gotta be about it in a different, constructive way.
And even if I don't explain it right the first time, I'll try my best to explain it better. That's, I'm in a position where, for whatever reason, what I do say does matter to people. So I have to be very careful to make it come across the best possible way it could, so I don't unintentionally offend anybody. Because I know there's a lot of things that I like that people don't like. But if it's like, all right, you like this, I like this. We're still good, though. It's like, yeah, that's fine. That's normal. But I remember when Pablo, I remember, it's kind of a case of, I hated Pablo, but then I grew to love Pablo, because it was that kind of, it was letting go of that unnecessary...
You have no enemies type beat.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this film, it's going to come out. It's going to, whatever. There's nothing I can do to change it, so I can't be at odds with myself, because then I'm just at war at myself.
Right?
Because it's like Hot Rod from the last night. I hated that. I absolutely hated that design choice.
Every time I think about that design, I just think of the GOAT Derek J. Wyatt going fuck you to that design. It's the funniest thing ever, and I like that design. Not as Hot Rod,
same
at all.
Yeah,
it's a cool design by itself, and I've noticed I just need to like start feeling that way about like Rise of the Beast Wheeljack.
Yeah.
Like it's fine as a design by itself, like it has its own problems. There's
That's what
just
I've
something
always said
else.
about that design. I've always said that I like the design, I just don't like it associated with the character because I just don't think it fits the character.
Yeah, I've seen, and this is what I thought was cool. Some people said it would have been better as like Beachcomber, and ever since they saw it, they said that I had just not been able to unsee it. Like it's a really good idea. Like he likes nature and shit. Like I don't know, whatever. We're gonna go back on that old Pablo tirade or whatever. But yeah, yeah, the whole sentiment, just be better, be better, even though you can be critical or whatever.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. That's the whole point, that
Yes.
you're supposed to learn, and there's a lot of stuff I've said, pardon me, in the past, I can't remember on top of my head, but I'm sure there's like opinions I wish I could have phrased differently and better, and it's whatever, but I feel like for someone who's just like on social media, yeah, like don't feel so hard on yourself, because I feel like if you're like, I don't know, I hate the word influencer. I guess when you're like someone like, I don't know, Ronaldo or a Messi or a celebrity like of that high status, you do have to take what you say in consideration, because you're influencing a lot of people, even if you don't know it, you do.
Yep.
And I'm not on that scale, not no whatsoever. But I have learned by conversations I've had with people, especially fathers and their sons, like what I say does in many ways matter to some people. Like, especially when you realize kids do watch your content. So I've got to be careful with, I wouldn't say,
How you phrase things,
yeah, it's not
say
so
things, how you
much,
conduct yourself.
yeah, it's a maturity, I guess you could say a responsibility of influencing people in the right way. So if I say something like, "Oh, I hate this design," but don't give hate to the designers. Don't send all these kinds of nasty messages to these designers, because they're there to, it's a job. They're just doing a job.
Yeah.
It's more of the corporate heads, the figureheads are the ones that we are allowed to not like, because they don't give a fuck. They've got fuck tons of money. I don't think they care about our opinion anyway. But when it comes to someone who's
They make
been,
like 90% of the choices that we don't like. And
yeah,
even like when it comes to artists, like all you can be like critical or whatever, but like as long as you see like passion went into something, I can't hate it. I can't
yeah.
like hate that person or whatever. Like I can recognize the craft. Ah shit.
Well, that's
No,
why
no.
when I do tier lists and when I add the fan section, I always include fan art. Like, I don't do fan art and say, "Oh, I hate this." That's not the whole point. The fan art section is to celebrate. So people go, "Oh, you never have a bad thing to say about the fan art." It's like, well, I'm not. I don't want to say anything bad. I've included it because I think whether the art, whether you objectively say, "Oh, like Picasso," like Picasso is not really my cup of tea per se, but people love him for some reason. But that doesn't mean I can't
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that people love him. Maybe for me, when it comes to artwork, the effort is what I admire the most. So
Yeah.
say if like, I don't know, a 5-year-old kid or 8-year-old kid sends me artwork of their version of Optimus Prime, and yes, it's not a Kairito10 art, but they put the effort into it.
Yeah.
They didn't have the certain tools to probably do what they wanted to do, but they at least did it, and they put their heart and passion into it. And I like to include that, because I think that's important to include it. Even,
Especially in this day and age
yeah,
where the rise of AI, like I somewhat like no, I hate AI,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
appreciate like how it's just reminding people like there's been like a bigger appreciation of artists, at
yeah,
least in like definitely not from a corporate standpoint, because I know they're still going hard with AI, but like among like social media and like pop culture, there's more appreciation towards artists who do their who make their shit with passion. And like when it comes to like other artists doing designs, I may not agree with something somebody does with it, but I always appreciate like someone's like, interpretation of a character I like. And I just think that's beautiful. It's beautiful. We're gonna getting all philosophical and shit while I'm shooting Autobots. Beautiful.
I generally do believe that giving AI
No.
to people was the dumbest decision I think this generation has actually fucking made. The amount of stuff that has happened now because of AI, like, you know, it's just awful. I think it's gonna have huge ramifications on any kind of industry, you know.
Yep.
And there are benefits to AI in terms of gaming programming, not in a creative
AI
way.
is a tool.
Yeah.
It's like it's but the way it's been used for like AI for like art generation. That is there's like a there's that's always like a net negative.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
just like one of the worst ways you could use it.
I don't
Like ever.
think AI should be used to create an image or something. Like, I would hate to play a game that was made entirely from AI. That would be it'd just be a disservice to the craft. So when people talk about AI, they think all AI is bad. No, there is good AI. I mean, that's literally the definition of
The game we're
NPCs.
playing like has AI
Yeah,
with like
there's
the character, like the enemies you face. That's AI.
yeah,
Like
the
you gotta understand
NPCs you
why it's
play
bad.
in GTA, like walking around the street in GTA, they're NPCs. That's AI. That's a program. That's something that's been implemented. But when it's like an AI face of a character or an AI animation, it makes me want to fucking vomit. And
Exactly. First of all, it looks like garbage, and it
hmm,
steals from existing art.
yeah, and
It's and it also like the whole environmental thing. It like burns like so much like water and like AI data centers and
yeah,
all that type of
yeah.
shit.
A lot of people don't know about
Ugh.
that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that, and it's really wild to me that this. And it's
I
like, I get it. The planet is a big fucking ocean, but at the same time, it's not all the same. The water is not all the same as much as people like to
No,
think it
and
is.
they're taking like water and like space from communities.
Yeah,
You're actively taking from people that live there. It's not like you're just like building an AI data center all out in like somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You're taking it from like from people that actively like need it, and you're raising their electricity bills. Real world makes me upset.
I
But,
know people are so
eh,
fucking stupid.
yeah,
It's
I
always the
actually had one of
billionaires as
my
well.
professors.
It's always the
Huh?
billionaires who are the most stupidest people making all these
Yeah,
decisions.
people like the ones that don't live like the average person, they're not going to worry about it, so that's why they keep doing it.
It's like they
Uh,
start off smart, and then as soon as they get billions, they just become complete evil maniacs. Like, they are
no,
just
yeah, same. And
corrupt.
still, like, even with that, and like this is probably, I'm going to get in my hatred of capitalism or whatever. Uh, we're talking about everything. I won't get too much into it. But many billionaires right now didn't really have to work. You
No,
know,
yeah,
they all the billionaires we see in like today, they didn't have to really work too hard to get where they are, like Elon Musk, as much as people try to say, oh, he's the founder of Tesla. No, he's not one of the scientists actively creating like the innovations from Tesla. He was just a big like shareholder of them, and
yeah.
you know eventually like became the CEO. So like when you say, oh, like he's up there for a reason, not the ones you're thinking of or whatever. So like I hate billionaires. I hate billionaires. Why can't we all just be like you, where you if you became a billionaire, you'd like just fund Transformers and stuff.
I know. I really don't think money corrupts that fast. I think it's the people. I think money is
Yep.
a clutch or an excuse to justify why they do evil stuff. I feel like as soon as you give a bad person money, that's the
They're gonna be
evil.
a bad
Yeah,
person.
that's the evil. It's the person. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money who do a lot of good, and a lot of people who have a lot of money don't anymore because they give it all away. You know,
Yep.
um, and I feel like we will always be in an eternal conflict of poor, hunger, all this stuff. It's something that will never, unfortunately, get fixed because the way how the world works is just too greedy, too evil. But that doesn't mean we have to stop trying. It doesn't mean we don't have to give in
Yes, we
to.
must be hardcore. We must channel our Optimus Prime.
Yes, we must channel our Optimus Prime.
Down with capitalism.
Maybe one day there will be a president of America that embodies everything Optimus Prime is, but
Can we just get the mayor of New York just in office, please, please?
yeah, yeah,
It's crazy. Like now, like I don't know if you probably don't watch like American news, but like over in New York, like their current like mayor is just making freaking New York the greatest place in America right now, and I think it's
he's
funny. It's
trying
just
his
one,
best. I know he
yeah,
he declined a salary because they said he could increase his salary, but he decided not to take it. And
He's the GOAT. We need more people like him.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
all I gotta say.
it's I love the transparency between, you know, when you can tell politicians don't like each other, but they get along for the sake of peace, for the sake of like, you know, what's it, the constituency or whatever bullshit. You know, it's like I don't like to see politicians like who are on completely different opposing sides just fucking ramming in and hating each other. Like, you're supposed to be bettering the country and unifying on ideas. You're not supposed to be like completely destroying each other and making childish jokes on the platform. Oh god, we're getting into a world. We're getting into
I
a
wonder who you're talking about.
yeah. We're getting into a whirlwind here. Let's go back to Transformers. But to be fair, I've always said, I think it's quite common anyway, but Transformers is a great allegory for war. Like we don't want to end up like Cybertron. Like we see
Yes. See, that's something, and it's something I feel like is kind of like misunderstood with like a lot of Transformers media. Like, yes, I have love for like the Transformers, like for like Cybertron and the Transformers stories like set on Cybertron and stuff like that. But I feel like uh a lot of people take that for granted, like
Yeah.
like with Cyberverse, for example. Cybertron and the story of the Cybertronians and how they ruin the world is supposed to be a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to like make us more aware of like the stuff happening in our world so we can hopefully like prevent it. Like IDW like wasn't perfect. It had a lot of like problems with its own story, but there's a lot of problems they face is essentially what we're coming like close to with like greedy, powerful people, you know, running the world and shit like that, and basically like ruining it to the point like the only way to like for the Transformers to like move on, they went into like a galaxy shattering war and stuff like that. Like, obviously that probably won't happen in the real world, but it's just it like for me personally, it just made me more like aware of the problems we face in our society.
Yeah,
And that's
because
something I really love about Transformers.
the divide between, you know,
A new divide.
Cuban music. The Autobots and Decepticons, they're literally like cults in a way. They're like they have gotten that bad where they have to be divided into two groups. You know, that's how big of
They
a
just can't
rift.
agree on anything, like,
Yeah,
at all.
and it's like, you know what always baffled me about Cybertron is I wish that in some continuities it didn't have to be Autobot or Decepticon. Like, there could just be Cybertronians that are like, I don't agree with any of these fuckers.
Yeah, no, that's something that's one of the problems with IDW, right? Where it had an amazing idea to have like more, you know, non-affiliated Transformers like Nails and stuff like that.
Damn it! I know I was so close to getting you as well. I just know it.
No, I was like on 5% off, by the way.
Fuck's
You
sake.
almost had my ass. But yeah, with like the Nails and IDW, I love the concept. It just doesn't work for IDW specifically.
Yeah.
Because like with the Decepticons just being like ultra evil and the Autobots just like, no, they weren't perfect, but they were doing their best to like defend like the galaxy or whatever. Like, that doesn't work in that instance. But I like the idea where there are like more factions. It makes their universe feel more realistic. Because I don't like, me personally, I don't think I would be either. Like, I like the Autobots. I like the Autobots, but I don't really. It's not my war. You know, it's not my war. I don't really want to go fight for anyone in particular. It just have your whole species like divide into two specific factions just sounds so constraining for like personally. So I love it when a story tries to introduce more factions, like with IDW 2. At least they tried.
I
They
would
tried.
I would be a Gears. If I was a Transformer, I would be.
We got fighters like KR Prime.
Yeah, I'd be like, I fucking hate this shit. I, I just want to relax and
Wait, no,
play
I said
video
Puffer.
games.
Sorry.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a grumpy little narc too if I was in his shoes too.
I'd also be so fucking annoyed that I had to live on another planet and everyone's like smaller than me. You know what I mean?
I can't do anything.
Yeah, like
You want to go get like a beer or whatever. You can't. You
yeah,
got to go like
I'm just
like your
starving
equivalent
all
of
the
like a
time.
beer is like yeah. Your equivalent of like a beer is like I don't know, like a gas station or whatever.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're a Transformer, this is so demeaning. I think it's funny, but yeah, I that's why I really like I feel like to get back to the point of Transformers, one of the points is like, Cybertron's story just being like a cautionary tale and them having to like adapt to a new world, Earth. I feel like I would I no, it happens all the time, but I feel like it was G1 that like probably like did it the best. G1 and like RID 2001 and stuff like that, and in some aspects RID 2015, where we got to see like the Transformers just like struggle to adapt to Earth. I like stuff like that.
Thing is with G1 is it, it's the only continuity that can get away with so much random shit. Like
Random bullshit, go.
it's the animation at the time, but the proportion shifts, the changes that the characters, the way how they spoke and all that. It's so stupid, but it's so lovable. I used to go to sleep just watching the episodes in the background. Like I know this is why I did the G1 ranking video, because I know all the episodes by heart, mostly season 1 and 2, because I was obsessed with them. But I still
For
watched a
real.
lot of season 3, and obviously that 4. But
We
I
don't talk
was
about this.
obsessed with G1 as a kid, and I used to listen and watch, and all the time I would have G1 on in the background because I could watch it. It was I knew if I was born in the 80s, I would be obsessed with Transformers then as I am now. I just know myself very well, I guess. But if I was born in a different period, uh, you know, I would have loved it. I would have just loved it. I think. But, I
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I think I wanted Cyberverse to be the G1 of this era. It just wasn't. I guess they just didn't
Yeah,
take
I
those
see the
risks.
idea, and I see
Yeah.
people draw those comparisons, and it's understandable. But it for largely it wasn't, and it comes back like this is my major criticism. Like I don't like Cyberverse.
Mm.
Um, for like a lot of some I think are fair reasons. A lot
Yeah.
it's just personal stuff. But one of the things I think is an objective like fault of the show was the whole Earth situation. Not seeing humans, but like it's set on Earth. At that, what's the point? You know, like I get it. Like I get we want like a Transformers show centered around the Transformers. I get that, but I think this only works if it's set on Cybertron. Like they go to Earth in Cyberverse just for like the reference. Earth doesn't really like have any, real narrative importance. They don't interact with humans. They don't struggle
Yeah.
to adapt to human society. It's just there's just no point there. And that's like again the objective fault, at least in my opinion.
I've always said this. I feel like Cyberverse would have really benefited being a 2D animated show instead of a
Yeah,
3D, because I think if it was 2D, they could get a lot of they could do a lot of stuff like G1 episodes, and um, I mean, I appreciated Cyberverse as time went on. I feel like after season 1, the show got better because it kind of accepted what it was at that point. There was no point changing after having a whole season's worth of it. All they could
yeah.
do was add characters and make fans happy for a minute. Um, I guess I just wanted a bit more. I don't know, more. I don't know how to explain it. I guess I wanted more character transparency, because I always felt like the body types always looked very similar in
Oh
many.
my, yeah, that's another issue, major issue I have with
I
that
wanted
with
more
that universe.
diversity with
Everybody looks the
size.
same.
Yeah, I wanted more
Yeah,
size differences and like animated, for example.
yeah. Like,
And
why are Bumblebee and Windblade like the same height? I
yeah,
hate that. She's a jet and he's a car. This is stupid to me. It's stupid to me. And
and there was also
also
characters I really
Bucky's
wanted
just
to see. Like they didn't have Ironhide at all. They didn't have.
no. They had Red Five. They had
Oh
Red Five.
yeah,
That one generic guy that shows up in one episode and looks like Ironhide, but he's not him.
there was
I miss
someone
Ironhide.
else.
I hate he's just kind of been put in purgatory.
Yeah, there was other characters as well that I wanted to show up, and they just didn't do it. There was someone on top of my head right now, and I just completely forgot about it.
You know what's really annoying? Springer to me.
Oh yeah, yes.
They
Oh, I think the
they had. I'm still really salty about this, and everything with drift, everything with deadlock and drift. So they had a model that was designed for deadlock that was based straight off of like that was based off of a Deadlight design that was based off of Springer. They could have easily like retrofitted it for like Springer, and they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Spring hasn't been in anything animated in like I don't think since the 80s. Isn't that
Yeah.
annoying? I miss that guy. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters, and just didn't do it. They didn't do it.
I think it was even more of a crime that they didn't put him in for the Cybertron because he was supposed to have been in the game.
No, same. I love that design so much.
I can understand. I think what they probably had a issue with was trying to figure out how they would do a triple changer.
Triple changer, yeah.
But I feel like you could have just simply have hold down a button and like maybe if you held down a certain button like square or something and then press the analog. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to press the analog twice or the analog
I
once.
I feel like I completely understand why they didn't do that because first of all, budgetary constraints. It's game design. It's like a
Yeah,
whole different like area. I get why he was in. I get why like they probably had problems with like the triple changing thing.
but at
But even
least they
so,
designed it.
just me.
You know.
Yeah, right. It still looks really cool. Even so, me personally, I would have settled if he was just like one, like just turned into one thing, like the jet or a helicopter or whatever. I just miss Springer. I just really
Yeah,
miss him.
I know that's
Imagine an alternate universe where he was there. Like, I feel like in best case scenario, if he was in the game, they'd have to include like other triple changers. They have to include like a whole other like class,
yeah, that could
like
yeah.
that could be for like Blitzwing and stuff like that. It just would have been more trouble to work. So I understand why they didn't do it, but it'd be cool.
Well,
It'd be cool. Yeah, it's like I liked it. I like it.
I guess one reason why I haven't done the Springer video yet is because, well, there's multiple reasons. One, burnout. I just wanted to kind of give myself a break and focus on the kill count because I wasn't sure if I was actually able to get that up. So I figured, well, I've got other characters I still need to do, and I'm going to take my time and do them because, I don't want to disrupt the flow, I guess, the algorithm of uploading so much. Like, I used to just really upload like 2-3 videos a month, really. And then
Rapid fire.
I really got into the design videos because a lot of people wanted so many characters. I was like, right, I'm just going to give them what they wanted. And then it was doing well, and then a lot of people kind of like, well, let's face it, the design videos have dropped in views, and that's totally whatever. But it's the fact of, well, I haven't necessarily run out of characters. It's just that there's not a lot of characters now that have a lot of unique. Like Springer is a great character, but like you just said, his involvement in the franchise has been very small. And even though there is enough to work with for a video, it's not going to be really a big video because there's not a lot of designs of him, sadly, for the last few years, which I always make the joke of, well, I guess I'll have to wait another 40 years. Maybe there'll
I
be
feel
more
like
them.
I feel like only like G1 heads and like comic book fans are really gonna know about Springer, which is it's like the tragic truth behind it all. I miss Springer. I love him. No, no, fuck you! Ah!
So close. No, but
That guy was on me too. But
yeah,
yeah, I like Springer. It's just a shame he's in purgatory. Same with I was gonna say same with Jazz, but now he's been in stuff. It's weird he hasn't been in a lot
he's been in
of
stuff. Yeah,
Sparks.
he wasn't in Cyberverse. That's what I was going to say. He wasn't in Cyberverse either. Even though he had a toy. But the problem with Jazz is it's almost like they're afraid of making him Scatman Crothers again. The original
Yeah.
voice and tone and how he was. They seem to deviate. They seem to make Jazz more modern cool instead of hip cool, like sort of relaxed, chilled. Honestly, a bit of a pothead, because Jazz always had this sort of pothead vibe to him where he was always super fun, super fun. He's like that best guy at a party. Like he's always a
Yeah.
guy who you want to hang around with at a party. Like he's the most lovable person. He's the most relaxed guy. He's got this hippie vibe attitude, and he makes you feel relaxed about the world, even though everything's like crap. Um,
My weird conspiracy theory is the reason why he's just kind of been in purgatory is I don't know if you know about this, but do you remember the Power of the Primes toy?
oh yeah, the whole MAGA bullshit. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
tattoo.
I feel like that could be like a big reason why they just been really skittish about using him as a character.
To be fair,
It's frustrating.
yeah, they made that blunder. That one designer made that one stupid mistake. I would say that's probably a small thing, but I don't think it's overall the problem because it wasn't. It created a
Yeah,
storm within the fandom, but it didn't create a storm outside the fandom. If you know what I mean.
yeah. That's that's just the only thing I could think of, like outside of them just being afraid to use like a very like non
Yeah.
like a very what's the word? Not nonchalant, but very like non like a character that's like very unabashedly like black, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah, and
Like I don't want to think that, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. And I get really sad when I think about it.
yeah, it feels like they're almost afraid of making a mistake or doing it wrong. I'm like, it worked fine with Generation 1 because Scatman Crothers loved that character. And this
Exactly.
is Transformers, like, everything is open, everyone is included. You know, this is the whole point of a franchise is that you've got characters with so many different vibes and backgrounds, and you know, it's got a huge range of uh, influences
Yeah, just
of culture. You know, it's like
yeah.
that's
On that
why,
topic,
yeah,
so like with like this is like when I said like maybe they're afraid to make a character unabashedly black, like I can see why they could possibly be afraid of like making him like a stereotype.
yeah, yeah,
Like, but the thing is, it's gonna sound a little. This is gonna sound like a little messed up. But I don't think there's anything like too inherently wrong with a stereotype, as long as it's not like representing people like in a bad light. Like the reason why Skids and Mudflap are so hated is because they were very much trying to make fun of like black people or like gangsters or whatever and shit like that. That was offensive. But like Jazz, like it's very clear he's like the black transformer or whatever. Like people, he was cool. People liked him because he was competent, because he was fun to be around. Like everything you just said, like people love the character for that reason.
and
Yeah, it's
he
just not that he's
embraced,
a stereotype.
yeah. And the
It's
whole
cool.
G1 is the old G1 jazz is he embraced the music. He embraced that, you know, that Motown music, that funky music, and I feel like movie jazz was a bit of a blend where, you know, he obviously learned through the internet, so that's why he spoke the way he did. And I know the actor Darius McRae who played jazz, he loved playing jazz, and that was a role he embodied, you know. Um, and I was going to add on to a point to what you said because you know, I understand that. I understand because like the thing is, Skids and Mudflap for me, no matter how you look at it, you know, when they came out, they put a bad taste in people's mouth. People
Yeah,
who
so
were
much to the point where people call them like racist transformers. Like you saw the boys, right? Do you know about the boys?
the bullies, the police. What?
The boys.
Oh, the boys. Oh, yes, yes. I think yes, yeah,
Where Sister Sage brought
yeah,
up want to watch
yeah,
the movie with the racist Transformers. I think that like was the nail in the coffin,
yeah.
like for Skids and Mudflap.
I think when it comes to any race, any gender, any sex, and albeit for me to say or deem what is considered offensive and unoffensive, because I think that's up for people who feel offended, should say.
Yeah,
But I understand everything around the topic of them. Like, for example, there are people, you know, of race, of different nationalities, and all that kind of stuff that don't find them offensive, and that's how they feel for whatever reason. But there's
hmm.
also a majority of people who do find them offensive for whatever reason, and that's why Hasbro have never made toys of them since. In fact, the only official
Yeah,
merchandise we're getting of Skids and Mudflap since Revenge of the Fall, well, actually since Dark of the Moon, is that statue they're doing of Devastator, that Prime 1 Studio Devastator thing. They've included them. I don't know if that was something that they just felt that they had to for the sake of making that scene because they were a part of that Devastator scene, or
hmm.
I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to get Studio Series versions of them because I think that's probably a news article they don't want to read, you know. But
Yeah, absolutely.
some people make the case of, oh, people find things way too offensive. I'm like, well, people found it offensive in 2009, so I don't think it's because of the recent times
It's
of,
not for no reason.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not for no reason. It's not come out of nowhere, and people weren't offended with Jazz in 1984.
because he was cool.
Yeah, and he represented that culture in a great way because it was voiced by someone who obviously loved that character, who loved that culture, who loved that vibe. Because Scatman Crothers would do the voice recordings and play music for the other actors, because that's something Jazz would do. So when we're looking at G1 Jazz, we're actually looking at Scatman Crothers. Like, I feel like we're seeing an actor as a Transformer in real life. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, definitely go back on that topic of like certain like some people of like a minority not feeling offended. I feel like if the majority feels offended by it,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to say like your opinion is invalidated.
No,
It
no,
kind
no.
of
Yeah,
low
yeah.
key might be, because like if it's representing the people, and you know if
Yeah.
the people are offended by it, you know you probably shouldn't. You probably should just let go of that.
It's a
I
sort
don't
of
know.
read the room kind of vibe. It's like if
Exactly.
you're in a room
Exactly.
where half people are offended, half people aren't. It's like, okay, then this is where we discuss and talk.
Exactly.
That's
I've
democracy
seen the
for you.
sentiment, the defense of Skids and Mudflap, like saying, "Oh, they weren't supposed to be black. They're supposed to be making fun of you're supposed to be making fun of like wannabe gangsters or what like that. They're not actual gangsters." And well, like there's a point where intent doesn't matter. Like
Hmm.
it's still like what it did, like is it like where it stays like the pump of consciousness is the most important thing ever. So that's why they're known as the racist transformers. It's like
especially
you probably shouldn't use them.
especially when the director of a movie is well known for stereotypes.
Michael fucking Bay.
Yeah, and
Mm.
there's a lot to appreciate with Michael Bay, what he's done with the franchise and how he films his actions and stuff. But the guy is, it's like,
I do not like Michael Bay
yeah,
at all.
there's a
I hate him.
see that's the thing. That's the thing. There are people who just don't like the Bayverse or don't like the director. The people who just like specific continuities. So I feel like that's another good thing about Transformers fans is you don't have to like everything. There are people who
But there is something for you there.
yeah, there's always something for people with the movies. There's always something for people with the games and the TV shows. There's probably like one person who just likes rescue bots, nothing else, and that's totally fine, totally normal. I
Rescue
remember
Bot's goaded, by the way.
you what say? Oh, rescue bots is
Rescue
goaded.
Bot's is goaded, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Actually, in the shopping centre near where I live, I was walking past and I saw this like roundabout carousel kind of thing as a rescue bots, and I'm like, rescue bots is still being remembered. It's like a little thing for kids to ride on. It spins around. You've got Heat Wave, Chase, and Blade.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
I'll have
That's
to take a
huge.
picture of it and send it to you next time I'm there, because I was just like, of all things to find, rescue bots is still here.
When the world is where human society has withered away, Rescue Bots will be there.
Yeah. I know it's one of those shows that I have never 100% watched all the way through, but
Oh, I have
I
multiple
don't.
times. That was my G1.
Oh, was it? Oh, see, well, there you go. This is the thing. Everything's unique to a lot of people. There are people who just solely grow up on the movies and that's it. And there's people who have just been introduced to it with Rise of the Beast or Transformers One and all that kind of stuff. And I think my heart will always be. I always consider. Well, to be fair, I always consider multiple Transformers as my core. Like, I will always be a massive fan of G1, Transformers Animated,
Appreciate all of it.
Armada, yeah, the High Moon games, and Transformers Prime. They're my core things. Like, they're the things I love the most, really.
Understandable.
But,
Armada's one of those like sleeper things I didn't like. When I heard of, like when I think about Armada, like I don't instantly like think about like how impactful it was for me as a kid until like I start seeing like the toys. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, nope, yep, the Armada pill is in me.
I do
Uh,
believe if the Armada show was animated like how it was animated in its last episode, just full on anime, like, because if you look at the final episode of
it's so
yeah,
pretty.
like it's
Even
so
even to
gorgeous.
this day, imagine Armada like animated by like it has like that trigger vibe, you know?
It's like all the budget went into that last episode. Like everything was just anticipating the final fight between Optimus and Galvatron, and everything else was just like, we'll get to it, kind of thing. But it's not to say that Armada is all bad. Like, the animation is bad, yeah, but that's because they were rushing it. and there's a lot of factors involved. Like, for example, the American release of Armada, would come out first,
It's
so it
it's
would.
like stitched together.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, like the what
Japan
was
have
it,
more.
Galaxy Force?
Yeah,
Was
so
it Galaxy Force or Micron Legends?
Micron Legend, yeah.
Yeah.
Japan would have more time to fix those shots, like the famous one, of course, being the Jet Optimus scene. In the American version, he's in fucking original convoy mode, like a Super Link mode. But in Japan, they actually added the Jet convoy artwork, and it looks brilliant. It looks fantastic. But it's like if they had just waited a couple of months, it's like I would.
No, no, Hasbro agreed. They need it now. They need it now. They need it now.
I actually would have sacrificed the entirety of Energon and Cybertron just so we could have a fully animated Armada where everything's fluent, everything's like
Yes.
the Full Metal Alchemist of the time. All these animes that were just brilliant in
High
quality.
key, high key, genuinely, like what this has never happened, but I would love like you said, a Full Metal Alchemist situation where they just remastered like Armada.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Armada would have been remembered a lot more fondly.
If it didn't look like it was animated in 2 seconds with the budget of a shoestring sandwich.
Yeah, and it's always obvious where you have certain scenes in Armada that are like really beautiful and really well animated, compared to like the next frame where it would just be like a 2-year-old did it.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It's such a huge contrast, but it doesn't make it not good. I feel like there's a lot of good story beats, but Micron Legend is a lot more cohesive and a lot more consistent with its storytelling, where the American
Oh yeah,
version, they just
absolutely.
forget certain things or they just don't expand on certain things.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the flaws of Armada, though, because it's what I grew up with, you know. But I think honest to God, I think the best representation of Armada is, in many respects, the PS2 game.
No, yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
mature tone.
Again, that's what I was saying. Like, why is freaking Armada, a very campy show, getting one of the like hardest and like high quality Transformer games like ever?
Armada Optimus looks so brilliant in the PS2 game.
Right?
Like, even Red Alert. Red Alert's voice is really interesting because in the show, he's voiced by, I can't remember him on top of my head, but in the video game, he's voiced by Knockout's actor, Darren Norris.
He was what? I'm pretty sure he was voiced by Darren Norris in the game. I mean, in
No,
the
he
show.
wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's surprising to a lot of people. A lot of people seem to
wasn't?
think that. Yeah, he was voiced by someone else, and I should know this on top of my head. It's the same thing with, what's his name? Hotshot. Hotshot was not voiced by the same person in the series and the game. The only person who was
No, I noticed in the
consistent.
game he sounded like a lot younger. Party's just started.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit more of a punk, like, party's just starting, where in Armada, the series, he's a whiny brat. For a majority, not all the time.
And then he like matures just suddenly.
Yeah, in the
I love
cartoon,
Armada.
Red Alert was voiced by Brian Dobson. And
Brian
in the
Dobson.
game, he was voiced by Darren Norris. I could always tell the difference. I don't know why. There was always something in my brain that always picked that out. And I was like, at first, when I was a kid, I thought it was the same. But as I got older, I was like, hang on a minute, no.
Even I didn't pick up on that. I think it's because in the show he has such like a flat like voice that I
Yeah.
just automatically just thought it was like Darren Norris, same guy that voices Knockout. Because
Well,
that guy just has like a shit ton of range that I'm unable to like fully pick up on whether it's him or not.
well, Darren Norris also did Cyclonus in the game. And I thought the Cyclonus in the show was the same as the game. But it turns out, no, that's also not the case. Because the person who voiced Cyclonus in the show, pardon me, is Don Brown. So the only actors who actually do voice the characters from the show to the game are Gary Chalk and David Kay, you know. So,
It's interesting. I did not know that.
fun fact.
Man, Armada is so cool. I love Armada. I love Armada. I love that I have to spend like $80 just to get all the mini cons that I want. I love it. I love
Oh
it. I love
god,
it.
that's so egregious. It's so manipulative, but it's
I know. Notice how they sold it with the version of Red Alert that like 3 people on this planet probably wanted.
I know, it's
Like
like
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, and I'm probably gonna buy it, but you bastards,
I do
you
not
got me.
like the Power Links Red Alert. Like, I don't like his color switch at all. That's always.
Same. He's so ugly.
I understand why they did it, because obviously in Micron Legend it's Ratchet, so you know he's called.
Even, like, he doesn't even really look like Ratchet.
No, he looks more like a hybrid version of Bayverse Ratchet a little bit, but not really that much. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
I just think it was so bold of them to reinvent the franchise in that way at that time, because Aaron Archer, who designed the majority of it, he did a really great job of getting me involved in Transformers. I wouldn't have been, even though I was exposed to a lot of G1 as a kid, it was really Armada that was my first in that respect, because even though I had the G1 toys from my uncle and my mum and that, it was really Armada. I got my first Armada toy. My great grandma got me Hotshot, and I remember being obsessed with that toy as a kid. And then I got
Aw.
Optimus, and then I got the only character I wanted that I didn't get was fucking Jetfire. But
Well, you got that now, because he's gonna be coming out pretty soon.
I know I
The
pre-ordered it, and
new
I
one.
can't wait. I think it comes out in November for me. Pardon me. So, oh, I can't wait. Should be good.
Wait, we look so good. I can finally have Jet Optimus after like years of never having one. I've never had a Jet Optimus. It's
I
something
I
weird that happens to me.
understand the chest criticisms people have at Armada Jetfire, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just want it at this point.
Exactly.
It's like,
I
whatever.
don't even give a shit, man. Just give me my Jet.
Yeah, like, I'm too old to be worrying about the quality of toys in that respect, because it's like, I'm just grateful that it exists now. Because I didn't
Right.
think you just didn't think it was ever going to happen. You think when Armada's done, but the fact that they are bringing back these old designs, because they are old. But then again, G1's old, so if it can do it with G1, why can't they do it with Armada? So.
Yep.
And I just want Demolisher and Cyclonus, and that's what they're doing. They're bringing out Demolisher and Cyclonus soon, so that is
Finally.
just going to be perfect. I love Cyclonus. My lore, if I had to do my own Transformers series, I would have Cyclonus be the Armada Cyclonus, then something tragic happens, and he gets reformatted into the Cyclonus that we know from G1. Boom. Story. That's storytelling, guys. That's how you do it. That's how you merge two different designs into one.
Epic storytelling.
That's what you gotta
I'd
do.
love to see. Imagine that. Imagine Armada design. Imagine the Armada design with like the edgy purple of the G1 design. I think it would be funny.
There was some artist, I can't remember them on top of my head, but I should know this. They pretty much put Armada Cyclonus in the world of Transformers animated, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. It was like perfect. I was like, I always would have loved, because animated did a really good job of celebrating other designs from other franchises,
No,
from
yeah.
other continuities, and blending them all together. So it would have been nice to have seen that. But
That's what I love about anime. Animated feels like such a celebration of
yeah,
Transformers in general. It's so animated might be like my favorite Transformers like show, like ever show and continuity ever. Like I love all Transformers. But animated has such a special place in my heart. Uh, where the hell? Also, if you ever did like a Cyclonus design, like I'd actually like blow my brains out. Because uh, I have, I want to canonize like all the Cycloni. If that makes any sense.
I was gonna say, did you haven't done an Armada style design, have you, of Cyclonus?
I have not,
I
because
didn't
I
think
was
you did. Yeah,
yeah.
I hope you do,
I
because
only recently figured out how to like justify it.
yeah.
Because characters' names, I do. At first, I didn't want to like have characters
Just
like have
steal
strange
my
names.
idea. Just change the story. Just steal my idea. Just say, oh, this is Cyclonus, and then he gets badly
No,
damaged.
no, I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I can make my own way. But I
Nah.
actually did have an idea for this. So I do the IDW thing where
Hmm.
Cyclonus is like an ancient warrior or whatever.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
actually like quite famous or whatever. It's
yeah.
the same with Scourge. So like it's like being named after like a famous like historical figure. So that's how I would justify like Armada Cyclonus. Armada Cyclonus is actually like the kid of my Blackout, and he carries like Cyclone. He has like Cyclone as his name because he's named after the ancient figure, and that's how I justify him being like completely different.
No,
And Cyclone still exists.
that's neat.
She still exists. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you ever did that, if you ever did like a Cyclonus tier video, I had to like double time those designs.
I think
I
I
really
have done
will finish
Cyclonus
it.
actually. I did Cyclonus like no, was it last
Oh,
year?
you did. You
Yeah, it
did.
was
You
like
did.
I sometimes forget the characters I did because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do Cyclonus, and I go, I already did him.
That must have been like a while ago, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Long
think it
time ago.
was just when I started to ask for fan art. That it wasn't in that video. I think I only did a couple of fan arts that I got permission for, but yeah, no, that was a long while ago. I think that was during the Rise of the Beast era.
Damn. Isn't that crazy? It's been like 3 years.
That's insane to me. I'm so fucking old.
Oh,
Crazy. I'm getting old. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of getting old because I feel like the older I get, more things have to change in my life.
same. Look at me talking about same, and I'm like 21. My life is over.
You've got time.
I still remember the Rise of the Beast hype train was like the most fun I've had in like the fan. If you go look at my messages, if you go look at my tweets during that time, it would seem like the opposite because I was kind of an asshole back then. But like the anticipation, like leading up to Rise of the Beast, I don't think there's gonna be anything like that for like a while because
Yeah.
it was coming off the backs of what I still think is the best Transformer movie of all time, the Bone movie. No, not Transformers movie. Live action Transformers movie because best Transformers movie is obviously TF1. Obviously.
Obviously.
I love TF1. I love TF1. I miss you, TF1. I miss you. Come back. Come back. I'll fund you myself, please. Ah, shit. But yeah, that hype from the Bumblebee movie to Rise of the Beast will never be matched, even if Rise of the Beast is it's been an odd film. Do you like
Yeah.
that movie?
Um, I learned to when I watched it in the cinema, I really enjoyed it, and then there was just some things I would
And
have just done differently. But then again, it's like I'm just glad to be seeing a Transformers film again. You know, it was kind of like one of those. Look, it's probably not going to be the greatest, but I'm
at
glad
least we
that.
have it, right?
Yeah, I'm glad they're trying to make something good, but there's just a lot of stuff I would have changed, like the entire color palette of the film. I think it's a bit too
No, it's the
dull in
same.
some
It's
areas.
why is it? I don't understand why it's so. I remember at the time I made the system's dumb shit. Like I don't know, maybe the duller like story, maybe like the duller visuals like kind of fit the
Maybe
story,
it's the
but
fact
it
that Optimus
doesn't.
Prime's hands aren't blue anymore. It really pisses me off.
I like that design, but there's just like a lot of weirdly both exposed detail and a lot of like gray, and I don't understand it. Like it got a
Yeah.
lot right, but also just as much wrong. That makes any sense?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I think it looks way better when you have it as like a toy than actually. I don't know. It's a bit strange because I know they're
The
trying to
concept
mix.
art is better for
Yeah,
one.
they're trying to mix both worlds of what people loved about the Bumblebee movie design and what people love about the Bayverse design. And I think overall they did reach a good middle ground, but I feel like that concept art version of Optimus that we
Was
got,
so good. I don't know.
the
I don't know
robust
why they
version.
changed it. I don't
Yeah,
know why
I
they
think
changed
they were just too afraid of being that different. I guess they just wanted something that really did work for a lot of people the first time around. So they'd be like, okay, we need to give them more of this design, considering the last one we did was in the film for 2 minutes. Or not even 2 minutes, you know what I mean? So I think they wanted to just give us that G1 inspired design again, because we get to have more time with it. Because obviously
Yeah.
we deserved more screen time with the Bumblebee movie design. But we obviously didn't, we couldn't, budget reasons, blah blah blah. And it was a
Budget
last minute
reason.
thing as well. Imagine if they didn't
Yep.
include that opening scene, like all those toys, Yellowpot. Maybe Yellowpot wouldn't be around because that toy really did help him out. Was it Yellowpot? Or
And
I'm
we,
thinking of something else, another toy company where.
yeah, it's Yola Park does like the they do the model kits. I'm pretty sure. Well, Blockies too, but I think Yellow Card did. They did a couple of the TF1 design. No, it's Transformers. Transformers Volume. Actually, I didn't even think about this for a second. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here.
Oh, he ended my kill streak. Bastard.
Yeah. This one on the grid. Oh my god, I am doing so poorly.
You having a mental block. You're playing on the wall for Cybertron. You gotta lock in. You gotta focus, bro.
I need to stop being a chud. I need to lock in.
You need to stop being chug scale. You need to be.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think that that whole Cybertron scene was like last minute. Considering like both how good it looks and like how seamless it fits into the narrative.
Yeah.
That's something I have mixed feelings about, like the Bumblebee, like the Cybertron scene, like in the public consciousness. I love it in the film. It's amazing, but I just hate that it's the only thing people can talk about, like people talk about with that film, because it both feels like it undermines its narrative importance and like what's the word? It becomes people's like priority when they talk about that film.
Yeah, when the film is like rolling out, when it's about to come out, that is like obviously the obsession. But then give it a few months later after the film's come out, people will immediately have more bad things to say about it, because it's like, for me, I always notice things what I'm more critical of if I watch the film over and over and over again.
Me with Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, and the Bumblebee movie, I had the same sort of thing though, because I was like, okay, even though I really do love this film, I really do love just the first 5 minutes.
Really?
Well, I do love the film, but it's not a film I find rewatchable. It is more of a period piece in the moment. It feels like something we actually needed. And it was something that I wanted to see more of, but we never got that, did we? So it was kind of like, it was the start of something I wanted to see more of. It felt like a teaser more than because it's like the fight scenes between Shadow and Bumblebee are great, Dropkick Bumblebee great, that's fantastic. The performances are really good. I love Eddie Steinfeld. I thought she was fantastic and all this kind of stuff. It's just something I wanted more of. Like, I wanted that sequel juice of her having more to do with Optimus Prime. I wanted Haley and Optimus Prime together. I wanted all of this new dynamics, and we just didn't make it. It felt like a teaser for something I wish we could have had. So I guess the fact that we didn't get that makes me kind of not want to watch the film as often, because it's more like,
it just reminds you of what we could have had.
Yeah. It's like
I understand that.
It's an unfortunate thing that happened. It's like, you're not going to watch Avengers, Infinity War, and not watch Doomsday. It felt like they were setting up somewhere, and they just didn't.
Something completely new, and they just didn't follow up on it. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, they completely backpedaled with Rise of the Beast. Corporate pressure and Lorenzo Debuffon fucking Churro.
The more I learn about the Rise of the Beast situation, it just makes me... I almost get mad at almost everyone involved. Yeah, because first of all, Lorenzo, I don't want to say scared away, but he discouraged he discouraged like Travis Knight from wanting to do another film, because apparently like Lorenzo is like the root of all evil when it comes to all of this.
And then he did it with Stephen Cable Jr. with Rise of the Beast. I think Stephen really wanted to make that sequel to Bumblebee, and then he said, "Oh, you got to include beasts, and you got to include X, Y, and Z." And I think
I may need to do more research. What I heard was like the opposite. Well, not necessarily like the beast thing, but I heard Stephen Cable Jr. didn't want to do like a sequel per se to Bumblebee. He wanted to do something that was more his own.
Oh, that's
what I heard. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, this is a very nuanced thing. I understand why we kill each other. I understand why. You don't want to be known as the sequel guy from like a director's perspective, but I also feel like you could also turn around and like make like that sequel like the best thing ever, and you could like like you could commit if you commit to it, if you do a good job.
Yeah.
Even if you're known as a sequel guy, like you'll still like have a great film. You'll still be known
At the
for
same
that. It
at the
makes
same
sense.
time, it's your job. You know, you
Exactly.
if you don't want
True.
to
True.
do it,
True.
if you don't want to do it, don't honestly do it. But the paycheck's that good, isn't it? The paycheck is good because it's a major franchise and you're being brought onto something that you as still as a director, I feel for him because he still needs to make his own choices, but he's being pushed into a corner. And there's a lot of stuff you can tell the tension was high between him with him and Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. Oh
Because
yeah.
everything he said after the film came out, he wanted to say that it's not connected to the Bayverse, but he was
Lorenzo
pressured.
kept freaking like stepping on his foot.
Yeah, so I really do feel for Stephen Cable Jr. He could have made the next film, but of course it feels like we're going to backpedal to Michael Bay. But I mean, the last time Michael Bay made a film, we all hated it. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what if he's still got any juice in the tank that can, because people mostly just miss the first three films. That's the films I miss. I miss the first three films. Were they perfect? No. But were they fucking fun to watch? Yeah, they were. The quality was there.
Absolutely.
The acting was actually pretty good on most parts. Like I love John Turturro. You know,
Yeah.
even though the
Those
characters.
films, I don't like. I have my problems with them. Like
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, yeah.
I love the first and the third one, Revenge of the Fallen, and I like genuinely dislike. But even so, I'm able to see like the craft, like in
Yeah,
all of them, and see like the actors giving it their all. They have their own identity, and that feels like just kind of lost that. And I understand why so many people like recently it's been trending and stuff like that. Recently the films have been trending and stuff like that, and I definitely think that's something we need, like with the films again. We need like a set identity, because like with
yeah,
the Bumblebee movie, especially Rise of the Beast, it's stuck in like this weird like identity crisis,
yeah.
where it doesn't know if it wants to be like it's new, like a new thing, or if it wants to be, referencing the Bay films and capturing what people loved about those films so much.
No, I agree. Yeah, it is definitely one of those unfortunate hybrids. You know, it doesn't know what it wants to be, and everyone could see it. It wasn't just like Transformers fans; it was like pretty much everybody.
Yeah, like even like the general audience, they picked up on that. It was like, oh yeah, like it felt like the Bayverse, but like not. Like I saw the films with I saw Rise of the Beast like several times in theaters. I saw it the first time with my mom, and I saw it with a couple of friends and my cousins, and they all had like the same like sentiment, where it's like those older 2000s films, but also like not. And my mom said that in a positive way. My friend said that in a more like negative way, like because the Bayverse didn't because the Bayverse like had its own like issues or whatever, and it's like the Rise of the Beast just didn't know what it wanted to. It didn't know how to properly like find that middle ground.
I think for a change, I think Rise of the Beast was the first film that I didn't watch multiple times. I guess like I think I watched it twice and that was enough for me. Transformers 1 I watched twice because I went to go see it early in the premiere, and then I went to go watch it with my family because I just wanted to see the film again when it finally came out, because I've been dying 2 months to see it. Because
Hmm.
I already watched it in, I think it was June or July. The film didn't come out in the UK until October, and I was just like, "What the fuck? I can't wait that long! Like, I hope I don't forget anything from my YouTube videos or whatever, you know." Um, so I feel like that is what also hurt the film, is the release schedule for the film was so far apart from everyone else. But um, I think with Last Night, I think I watched the Last Night once because I just could not fucking torture myself with that shit again. I
You know,
fucking hated that.
you're you're better than me. I have seen Last Night at least like 16 times at the
Well,
very least.
I'll tell you this.
Want to know why?
Yeah, go
Hmm.
on.
Oh, because first time I saw it, I was like, I was in denial. I was like, that was weird. It was like I was trying to stay positive. I was like, yeah, I can't wait to buy the toys and shit like that. First of all, I saw this like a couple days before my birthday. So I was just trying to be positive and think about the toys. And then I saw it the second time, I pirated it and I was like, wow, this is kind of dog shit. And I saw it at least like three more times, just stuck in like disbelief, trying to like, wow, this isn't great. And then the rest of the times I just ended up seeing with friends and stuff like that. It's a terrible film.
Well,
Um,
but
I also
one,
hate it because it's like it's responsible for like why Transformers is like
yeah, the
why it
way
kind
I,
of like
yeah.
nobody goes to see the films. Like the other day, I saw a mutual of mine say she didn't see Transformers One because of how bad like the Bayverse had gotten,
Oh
and I was
yeah, yeah.
like I almost like I wanted to be frustrated by that, but I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Like everybody's like, "Oh, we need Michael Bay back." No, we don't. No, we don't. He's the reason why nobody goes to see these
Yeah,
movies
like, do you know how
anymore.
we got here?
Exactly.
He was great for the
Exactly.
time period because it was a different way of making films back then. But now films don't rely so much on practical anymore, unfortunately, and it's unfortunate. So maybe someone like Michael Bay will be good in a practical sense, but like, will he do that or will he adapt with technology like how James Cameron likes to do? Like, what kind of stuff will he do? Because he did improve the Transformers films on a technical level as they went on, but then I feel like he was experimenting way too much towards the end where the fucking ratio is a big explanation with Transformers
Just
5.
random bullshit.
It's
No,
so
literally, like they
stupid.
said it was something they said where they said Transformers Five was just used. It was just used as like a testing bed for like different like cameras and shit like that.
Yeah.
If that itself doesn't, if you didn't already think like the last night was just like a dog shit stitched together film that nobody really cared about, then I feel like hearing that that should kind of like enforce you know that belief that it was just a film nobody really wanted to make. Hold on.
I will say though, when it came to Dark and the Moon, my favorite out of all the films, I watched that film quite literally 11 times in the cinemas. Maybe if I'm even wrong about that count. I know I watched it a lot because ticket prices were cheap when I went on holiday with my grandma once, and I remember it was like maybe £2 for a ticket because it was just like towards the end of its cycle, and I fundamentally think I am the reason that film got to 1 billion. I just went to.
You were like the TFI guy of your time.
I was obsessed with it. I really did, and I just never forget seeing a film like that on the big screen. It's just the scale of it. The one thing I'll always give Michael Bay props for is that he really knew how to give the Transformers a sense of scale. Like he
Yeah,
really.
I feel I personally don't like the Transformers being like too big or whatever, but that's just like a personal thing.
Oh, I mean,
I
yeah, yeah.
unfortunately because he is coming back, I feel like the only thing that's really going to improve is the cinematography of the new films,
That's what I
and
mean. Yeah.
it will be good to look at. I will admit.
The way how I remember the way how like the Transformers are shot because he does give them this like you're looking up at them instead of like obviously there's certain exceptions to certain scenes, but when you've got human scenes with Transformers, you don't see the entire robot on screen. You see like parts of them, but you see the parts that you need to see. And I think ILM did a really good job of capturing that sense of these robots are real. Like they are, like
Yeah,
they feel real. Like it genuinely feels real to me, in especially in 2007, the first film, because the animation was done by DreamWorks or whatever. Oh, no, it was ILM, but it was like distributed differently. I feel like the technology at the time, it's 2007, even though you look back at it now, it's just still phenomenal. It's honestly phenomenal. It's like that film. It should have came out now, but when you look at films that come out now, they've got nothing on
yep.
2007 quality. I don't know why. I think because there was so many
It's because
challenges.
it's definitely because they were given like more time,
That
like
and I
back
think they
then.
were given more limitations. I think limitations really bring out the best
True,
in
true,
anything.
true.
You know.
Limitations bring out innovation.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like Toy Story, great example. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, we gotta do this instead. That's why I don't give a shit about Toy Story anymore. Because Toy Story 1 to 3, that's it. It's perfect. You don't have to do anything else. Like, you just fucking leave it alone. I actually think Toy Story 1 to 2 is perfect. But, if you had to throw in a third one, okay, you did a good job, to be fair. But when I look at Toy Story 5, I go, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we don't need to see this. Like,
Exactly.
it doesn't look good. Like, well, it looks good, but it looks
generic. It doesn't have like that
yeah.
same oomph as the other one, as
It
the older
seems like
ones.
the more they want to polish it, the more it looks
It loses that visual like
yeah.
uniqueness. Yeah.
But
Oh shit.
I just want to
I
go on.
oh I was gonna say like on the topic of like the Baber cinematography, like I understand why they're shot like that because first of all, these Transformers are really fucking expensive to animate. So like they took the time, they polished the times that they were on screen and made it look like the best they could. They the Transformers were like set pieces, and
Yeah,
like I love that, but it's also
there's no substance
it's
to it.
yeah, and also it's also just like they feel less like characters. Like while I agree, Rise of the Beast is like a down, is like a downgrade in visuals and cinematography. I do appreciate like the way like the characters are shot, feeling less cinematic and more because it makes them feel more like people. If that makes any more sense.
Yeah.
Like like I get like they feel like real people. If that I already said that. Sorry. But like I'm trying to figure out like in a perfect world you'd find that sweet spot, where you
Yeah.
can like present the characters as like set pieces, but also like characters. And with Rise of the Beast, they just didn't have the same limitation of like budgetary constraints because the designs were just easier to animate and shit like that. So it kind of it also felt like they lost that you know that importance for the characters. So
Yeah.
I'm of two minds. I'm a nuanced guy. I'm a nuanced guy. I see I see the the pros and cons of both. I
Yeah.
like Transformers. Did you know that?
Me too. I'd, I'm gonna say I think on that note, I'm gonna call it quits because I'm burnt out. My neck is throbbing.
Understandable. This was
I
really fun. I'd love to do more of these. It's just like not even like stream, just like game and like talk.
oh
If
yeah,
you're up
absolutely,
for it.
dude. I really appreciate it. Yeah, for those who don't know, we were talking before this, so it's not like first. Well, to be fair, people are witnessing us getting to know each other for the first time, like on a voice scale.
Yeah.
I always try whenever I do like streams or like collabs with other people in this space. I always like to try and get to know them a little bit more before the actual stream starts, just so it creates a bit more of
Relationships, so it's not like
yeah,
awkward when you're first meeting each other for the first time.
yeah, and obviously we've been following each other for years and all this stuff, so it's really great to finally have this really great dialogue, and it gives me, it just makes it fun. Just makes it
Yeah,
fun for me,
yeah, that's
and
what happened. This is all that matters. Still can't believe I got to game and talk with the actual Comodin Cam, and like we're actual friends now. This is so cool.
well, dreams do come true.
But, they say never meet your heroes, but that's bullshit.
I know, yeah.
Sorry, not to make you feel weird. Not to make you
No,
feel
no,
weird. This
no,
is
no,
more personal.
no,
We'll chill.
no. Honestly, it really means a lot. It's kind of what I needed. I'm kind of going through a bit of a, I wouldn't say identity crisis. I'm going for more of the, I lack of motivation. I need a lot of motivation. So, it really helps when I get to hear people be supportive and appreciate stuff I actually do. But I do for you guys. So it means a lot, and yeah, we'll definitely do more of these. I'd definitely be up for that, and I hope everyone else in the comment section enjoyed the stream. A lot of people saying great game and all that stuff, and so we didn't get to all of everyone's questions, though pretty much everyone was having their own little dialogue in the chat, to bouncing off whatever we were talking about. So I've got a really good loyal stream fan base. There are people who I see regularly come onto these streams, so it's great to see that everyone, no matter what time it is, people. And we were going at it for 3 hours. I think that's pretty impressive because usually my streams will last about 1 or 2 hours at best. But we just had so
Shows
much.
we're having fun.
Yeah, well, the first 40 minutes was talking about Snatch. So
Just glazing the swindle,
yeah,
the greatest swindle ever.
yeah, just talking about that. So I definitely would love to do more of this. It's really means a lot, and yeah. What else is there to say, really? Thanks for joining.
That's about it. You. Thanks for having me.
No, honestly, my pleasure. Honestly, my pleasure. As someone who's been a fan of your art for a very long time, it's great to finally, like I said to you at the start before we started recording, I don't actually do that. Like, I've never actually had a full-on dialogue with an artist. in a voice setting. You know, I've talked through messages, but never really through dialogue. So it's really great to have that experience. And yeah, that's it, guys. It's been a great game actually. We've had a lot of great matches, to be fair. And say I was a bit rusty at first. I really got a good flow.
No, yeah, you were getting my ass at the end. You picked it back up.
I'm an old man, but I still know my. I've still got it.
Fear the old man in a profession where most are young.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thanks to everyone for joining, and I don't know when I'll be streaming next, but of course you guys will know about it before I do. So, yeah. Until the next stream, guys. I've been Comodin Cam, and I've been joined by Kairito10.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, check us out on Twitter, on Instagram. I'll leave some links in the description when this is processed. And yeah, thank you guys, and see you later.
Bye-bye.